Smoke that boy like Cody, wanna blick me. If I ever die, they finna miss me. You can't feel my boots, I got some big feet. Shawty drinking some white, it ain't eggnog. Come maxing out my stats, you gon' get marked. Like ginger, I got bread, I stay fed, whoa. Paint the whip red like a sled, whoa. Horse in front of my whip like a reindeer. Yeah, this a Rari coupe, no rate, just stay clear. Roll it always wet like it make tears. Where the broke niggas at, cause they ain't here. All my children love me, they know that I got it, nigga. I'm stuff some VV diamonds in they stocking, nigga. You sweet like candy cane, know how I'm rocking, nigga. I'ma start it on the tree, yeah, I be typing, nigga. This chopper send them up, call it a Norfolk. I'm known from the south of the Norfolk. Ask me what I want for Christmas, a year so. Candy cane all in her jaw, she got a sore throat. Get back to my city, call me Thugger Claus. Red meat coat, look like Thugger Claus. I'm go like Christmas night, I cannot pause. I say ho ho ho, cause I got hoes. Green Martin slap look like the Grinch feet. Smoke that boy like Cody, wanna blick me. If I ever die, they finna miss me. You can't feel my boots, I got some big feet. Shawty drinking some white, it ain't eggnog. Come maxing out my stats, you gon' get marked. Like ginger, I got bread, I stay fed, whoa. Paint the whip red like a sled, whoa. Horse in front of my whip like a reindeer. Yeah, this a Rari coupe, no rate, just stay clear. Roll it always wet like it make tears. Where the broke niggas at, cause they ain't here. All my children love me, they know that I got it, nigga. I'm stuff some VV diamonds in they stocking, nigga. You sweet like candy cane, know how I'm rocking, nigga. I'ma start it on the tree, yeah, I be typing, nigga. This chopper send them up, call it a Norfolk. I'm known from the south of the Norfolk. Ask me what I want for Christmas, a year so. Candy cane all in her jaw, she got a sore throat.
Winnipeg, stand up. It's Black Money Manglers, baby. Got the vodka and Sprite, we chillin' in the cut. Listen to DJ Dialog on the Hiphop 101 show. It's going down Cali to Canada style. Yo, what y'all know about that? Yo, wanna hear something real quick? I'ma set the show off real quick. Get it going real quick. Get your tape decks out. Black Money, baby. Hey, yo. DJ Dialog is down with Black Money. We sick up in the rap game, yo. The nose is running. Hiphop 101, yo. Raise your hand and speak old school like Winnipeg Jets in Quebec, Nordiques. It's C-Radio when I be the protester. Call me cannoli. Vodka and Sprite, make it stoli. I think you know me, Manglers, we do it right. Drinking loose head, Molson Gold is alright. This goes out to my folks from up north. From Fresno, Cali to Canada, we staying on course. CJUM is down, we ain't mad at ya. Dialogue show is bigger than Hockey Night in Canada. Come to the States and we showing your love. Shower you with thoughts, the bar soap is dub. It's going down, turn them radios up. Hip-Hop 101, Black Money is giving it up, yeah. Dialogue, giving it up, yeah. Black Money, giving it up, yeah. Winnipeg, giving it up, yeah. Fresno, Cali, giving it up, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, just having some fun. Y'all ready for that 101? Get your textbooks out, take down these notes. Raise your hands, get this extra credit, baby. Black Money.
Yeah. Hiphop 101. Officially on the airwaves. What up, Manitoba? You locked into 101.5 UMFM. My name's DJ Dialog, holding down Hiphop 101, Angry Rabbit Records. 9-0, much more crew. Every Wednesday night, 11 to 1 o'clock in the morning. Want to send mad shouts to everybody locked up right now listening to Hiphop 101. Headingley, Stony, Remand Center, Milner Ridge, WCC, BCC. And Winnipeg, man, y'all hit me up with those shouts and requests, man. Y'all blow my mind every week, man, and I feel y'all. And I see the support, Winnipeg. Want to send a quick shout out to my brother Justin, Andrew out there. What up? Angry Rabbit, recs@gmail.com if you want to say what up. And like I promised y'all last week, got a special email from Quinn at The Root Consulting. Hit me up and saying, Dialog, we have a special event going on. And I was like, man, we definitely got to play that on UMFM. So Quinn, you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Good to have you on the show, man. You've been sending requests every week, man, and letting me know about some events happening in the city. And I definitely want to say what up, and it's a blessing, and we're glad to have you on the airwaves right now. So how you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me, and for being open to airing the panel. It's really awesome to see that and to be able to partner with you. So miigwech for that. Thank you.
Yeah, much love, man. So why don't you let the people know what they're about to hear for the next hour and a half?
So kind of a group of us were talking just about our frustration with how mainstream media portrays stories of when police are killing our people. And so we thought, why don't we get together and try to contribute to telling those stories in a different way, and being able to look at those experiences in a way that isn't trying to legitimize colonialism or the violence that Indigenous people experience, but to say like, hey, we can talk about this in a different way and really challenge those narratives from our own perspectives. Okay,
that's what's up, man. And I think that people definitely need to hear about, what people are thinking, what's on their minds, and what's going on. And I guess all across Canada, and in my mind, all across the world,
Totally, yeah.
So as far as what can people expect to hear then, as far as some of the topics that y'all be touching on tonight?
So there is a wide variety of experience from the panelists. So Sean Rayland is the founder of Red Rebel Armor. He has experience directly of being incarcerated and kind of getting out of that lifestyle and kind of being on a healing path. I've worked in community organizations for a long time, and, we talked a lot about how ceremony contributed to our healing. And then Nikki is the CEO of the Inuit Resource Center in Winnipeg, and Bronwyn is a professor of criminal justice. So there's really diverse expertise and perspectives, and I think it is a really interesting look at not just police brutality, but systemic violence in general, and how, the justice system, child welfare, education, health, all of those systems contribute to what's happening to our people. No doubt.
That's some powerful ish right there. And I hope for all y'all out there locked in, listening, let your family know, man, that it's going to be on the airwaves tonight. And I want to let people know, too, we're also going to make sure that tonight's show is online, and we can pass it around, and I'll send you the link. And awesome. We'll continue to share the message, all right?
Awesome. That sounds great.
What up? So now that we have you on the air, do you got some shouts that you want to throw out there?
I want to send a birthday shout out to B. I love you and I miss you. And just to everybody who's listening, there's people out here who love you and who care about you. And we just want to do things in a different way. And so when you get out, get in touch, reach out. There's always a place for all of you. So
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to let people know how to get a hold of you, or do you want to send them in the right direction?
Yeah, so like there's always different community events that are happening. I'm on Facebook, so people can get at me on Facebook. And yeah, I'm always out in community, so I'm always happy to connect with people. A lot of lawyers have my contact information too, so that's a good way to get a hold of me.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, and you know what? I always feel that in Winnipeg, man, there's a lot of community-based as far as people supporting each other and looking out for each other, and that's what's important, to be fighting the big system that's out there that's, you know, keeping on oppressing everybody. And definitely want to send mad love to everybody that is locked up right now supporting Hip Hop 101, because without y'all, I wouldn't be here every week, man. And we definitely want to keep spreading positive messages to everybody. And we're going to keep, you know, whatever you got going on, Quinn, you let me know, and we'll keep putting it on the air. And we appreciate all the support for Hip Hop 101 and UMFM. And yeah, we'll do this together, all right?
Awesome. I appreciate that, Miigwech.
All right, well, you have a great holiday. We'll be back after. I think what we'll do is we're going to run the special, and then I figured, you know, since it's the last show of the year as far as being live, we'll kick off a couple joints. We'll run those shouts, and yeah, enjoy Winnipeg.
Miigwech, Dolly, for sharing and opening in such a beautiful way. I always love to receive those teachings from different nations, and to be able to have that is a real gift today. So miigwech for that.
Hoyanami, that's my language. Ilali.
Ilali. So I just want to say a few other thank yous to Sean and Nikki and Bronwyn, who are the panelists, and I will let them each introduce themselves. To Art for doing the sound, thank you so much. And to all of you for coming. To Eric from Ashkikishik, who also supported the event. It's really awesome to have everybody here. We've got some folks from Winnipeg Police Cause Harm as well who have some information. If you'd like to check that out, I would encourage you to do so.
And Barnan, too.
Oh, Barnan, yes. Thank you. And also, thank you to the folks at the U of M radio station who are going to be broadcasting the recording on one of the shows called Hip Hop 101. And so we're really grateful to be able to share this with folks who couldn't be here today, or who are incarcerated and often listen to that show. So thank you to them as well. So we kind of started talking about this panel in response to what we had been witnessing in terms of violence from the police and other state actors. And we thought that it would be important to have folks come together and share a little bit to challenge some of the narratives that have been perpetuated in the media, which have created a really kind of problematic interpretation of what's happening when people are being murdered by police. And so we wanted to give folks in community an opportunity to share what they've been seeing, share about some of the work that they've done, and to be able to contribute to that conversation in a way that doesn't often get prioritized in other spaces. So I'm just going to give folks an opportunity to introduce themselves, and maybe if there's anything that you want to share in introducing yourselves, and then we can go into some info and questions.
I'm Bronwyn Dobchuk Land. I teach at the University of Winnipeg in the Criminal Justice Department. I'm also a member of Bar None, and which is a prisoner solidarity group. And through Bar None, myself and Rowan, who's also here, and Bonnie May, years ago developed an Alternatives to Calling the Police workshop that over the years has been a way that we've kind of addressed this. Like that workshop came directly out of people asking us, like, well, what are the alternatives, to calling the police, and asking us to kind of help them think through that. And it's not a prescriptive workshop at all, because I don't think that it can be. There aren't a lot of ready-made alternatives. But through that, I feel like I've learned a lot from the people who participate in those workshops about what kind of needs to be built in order for us to imagine having alternatives to the police. And also mostly reaffirming the fact that people are the experts in their own experiences of violence, and also of police violence, and of the range of things that people might feel the need to call the police for. And so I'm just really grateful to be in another room where we can talk about these things, and I can learn more about, from all angles, like what people feel needs to be built in their realms. I also wanted to say there's this poster that Olivia, who's a student at U of W in criminal justice, made about the kind of utter failure of existing police accountability mechanisms, kind of formal ones. So it's over there by the coffee table. You guys should also help yourself to food and coffee. And so just by way of talking about that, I'm really interested in thinking about forms of accountability that don't kind of waste our energy on on these legal mechanisms that have basically been set up by police in order to clear their own names.
Lukut tu mga Nikki Agyak Magsiutiksak. I am originally from Chesterfield and Nunavut, but Winnipeg is my home and has been for the majority of my life. I am the founding member and CEO here at our new center that we're hosting you guys today, Tungasugit, which is Western Canada's first Inuit Resource Center. And it's really been created out of system failures and barriers specifically to Inuit. And so I'm really excited for this conversation. I think it's something that we can all learn from each other. This is where tangible changes can actually happen, is by having discussion for change. And so, and what's really cool about that particular discussion and consensus is that it's part of our core Inuit values. At the back here, you'll see 8 Inuit traditional values that were created by our ancestors. And they really, this is what our organization is guided by. Everything that we do as an Inuk in our community and as an organization, we're bound by these Inuit cultural values. And so they're very meaningful, they're very simple, but they're very effective. And knowing that, going back to basics and really trying to understand, just those basic core kind of humanness acts that we can follow, I think is also what helps create change. And so anyway, it's really glad to have these conversations and to meet a lot of you folks here today.
Bonjour, Nebwe Saba, Indigenous Magazi Nodem. I said my name is Stanley Sasquatch Man, and I'm from the Eel Clan, and my given name is Sean Raylan Bubar, the owner and founder of a social enterprise called Red Rebel Armor. So we, design and manufacture streetwear to create employment opportunities for our relatives that are exiting the criminal justice system. And that just came, just from, I also have lived experience with this, and just growing up here in Winnipeg and just seeing, a lot of the lack of opportunities. And, one thing I always say, and even the word lack, I don't like using that when we're talking about our people, but what industries do we have left after history and colonialism and colonization? We have the gangs, we have the drugs, we have the violence, and there's a sex trade. So it's no wonder why, a lot of our relatives are participating in these things, because it's access to resources right then and there. If those organizations and, if crime organizations and gangs and everything could provide immediate needs right away, then why can't we? And so that's why I created Red Rebel Armor, to try to address that through on-the-job paid training. And but yeah, I guess as we get along, I could share more. Very honored to be here to share my experience. I hope our relatives on the inside get that message. And just happy to see everyone here today. And very, very grateful and, feeling blessed. Miigwech.
Miigwech, bushu na tinaway maganatok. Ojicha kikwe Indigenous, Wabishke and Nangikwe Indigenous, Mikanak Dorem. Two of the names that I am grateful to carry. The first one is Crane Woman, and the second is White Star Woman, and I'm from the Turtle Clan. And I am just so grateful to be moderating this conversation. I do have a little bit of info to share to kind of provide some context. And so we've been talking about the levels of violence that we've witnessed, and I'm really grateful that we were able to organize this and share some of those perspectives and challenging some of the narratives that I mentioned earlier. And one of the pieces that really stuck out for me was some of the Free Press articles that came out after Jordan Charlie was murdered. And Jordan Charlie was a 24-year-old youth who was in Winnipeg after being released from a federal institution. And the narratives in the articles about Jordan Charlie really stuck out to me and were kind of the motivating factor in reaching out to my friends and wanting to have conversation about this. And just kind of the way that the narratives in those articles upheld white supremacy in really big ways, and also legitimated the violence that he experienced, or attempted to legitimate that violence. And I think it's really important in having conversations like this to name that that's what it is white supremacy, that it is racism, and to challenge the assumption that conversations about white supremacy are just reserved for like really far right movements, but that those ideologies really exist in every system and in every interaction that Indigenous people have to encounter. And so I've worked in community for a long time and have interacted with folks in different capacities where some thought that maybe it would be necessary to call the police. And we were able to, challenge some of that understanding and provide a different way of engaging with folks by being loving and kind and compassionate and offering dignity in those experiences where it may have been easier to call the police, but we felt that there was another way that we could do that. And so I'm really excited to hear from my friends about how they do that in community. So there's a project called Tracking Injustice. And so if you go to trackinginjustice.ca, they've looked at instances where individuals have been killed by police over the past 24 years. And there are some limitations with which deaths are included in the number, but in their research, they found that there's been 787 deaths by police in Canada since the year 2000, and 92 of those have occurred since January of 2023. 50 of those deaths occurred in Manitoba, and there are significant racialized differences that are highlighted in a lot of the reports and the statistics that they share on that website. And so one of the interesting things that I noticed is that when I was looking at the chart that they have about race-based data, over 300 of the 787 deaths had been listed as unknown race. And Indigenous and Black people were disproportionately overrepresented in the data. And so I think this is another important indicator of why tracking information about race and ethnicity with respect to systems is so important, because it would, probably be really impactful to know of those 300 how many people were Indigenous, how many people were Black, because of the levels of violence that we experience. And so my first question, in thinking about the community-led responses that exist or that you know of, which we know are not properly resourced because the police budget continues to increase, And there's a current proposal to increase the budget by another $31.7 million over the next 2 years. Thank you to Winnipeg Police Cause Harm for those numbers. And so which endeavors would you want to see receive some of that funding and why? Do you want to start, Sean?
Yeah. Well, I might just not answer the question specifically. And I'm just thinking about like being self-determined, right? Taking it upon ourselves to create those resources that we need for our communities, right? Building those assets around here, right? Like more businesses, more schools, these types of things. And when I'm thinking, and I've always been like that because that's always been my approach with building, Red Rebel Armor, the social enterprise, is like, how could I just create a really good product and a really good service? Because when I was attending, RRC Polytech to study social innovation and community development, it was always the same thing that you could build this big fancy program and do all that, but we're never getting those resources. You know what I mean? But it never seems like we're getting those resources. And definitely with that 31 million, I mean, split it amongst everybody that's doing the work. I don't have any specifics, but with that, we can't always have Big Brother funding these things. They don't really care about our communities the way we needed to. When we're thinking about to serve and protect, who are you protecting? Who are you serving? It's not us. So obviously it's just tied back into, we were talking about history, like the Northwest Mounted Police, like they were created to keep us on the res, right? So if we're looking at that relationship, I really think we need to go right back to the beginning and do a new approach for public safety, because it just seems like, the police here just pretty much protect government interests, right? Corporate interests, keep us away from accessing these resources and things like that. And, definitely in terms of the field that I work in, I'd love to see, Native Clan get some of that cash. I'd definitely see Red Rebel Armor get some of that. We've already had, lots of successes come through our doors. We're, working with from young people to older people. And it's just, like I said, I always focus on just creating the resources and on the, developing a product and a service, because I don't want no one to come into our community and take that. I have my mentor that I spoke with. He created a program like that too, and I don't know I know it wasn't the Circle of Courage, but it was something similar to that. And the funding got cut for that, even though it was successful. So what does that tell me, especially, learning of all this community work and wanting to build something, is we need to create a means to have these resources where we don't have no cutoffs. Like, who are you just to come in and cut me off? We're helping our community. You know what I mean? Like, so I think, if you guys could find an answer in that, but the main thing is like moving back to being self-determined. We always talked about that. Well, let's be about it then. Let's do it. What's holding us back, And of course, there's lots of barriers. There's lots of those things, but we can overcome that. We just have to have tougher skin. I know it sucks with, we talked about racism and all those types of things. But if you look at this city, right, if you look at colonization, it's a capitalist society. It's almost like we don't want to participate in it, but you have to get those resources kind of thing, And but I think I'll leave it there because I'll probably start going everywhere else with it. But those are my thoughts.
Thanks, Sean. Nikki?
Sure. So I guess we want to give a raise to the police force to inflict more harm. That's what it sounds like.
Right.
Why not? Hey, let's just try it. Yeah. Let's just see what happens.
Thanks. Yeah, $31 million is a lot of money. This is Manitoba specifically. And when we know that there's an overrepresentation of Indigenous people within the justice system. But then there's also like other areas, because people don't talk about it. What you don't know, you don't know. Yeah. And so speaking specifically about Inuit folks that are incarcerated or are part of the justice system, when those instances transpire in Nunavut, for example, the majority of Inuit are being brought down to southern parts of Canada to, do their sentence or to go on probation because there isn't enough life-saving resources in Nunavut. We're already, at capacity over in terms of our food prices, our overrepresentation of children in care, overcrowded homes, the highest suicide rates. There's like 17,000 Inuit specifically in the Kivadlik region, which is right on top of Manitoba, that come to Winnipeg annually just for medical trips alone. And then so when you hear those types of numbers that you didn't know before, that gives you a really different perspective into like all of, for me anyway, the systems barriers for Inuit specifically. So there's a memorial wall just behind here that I'd like you guys to take a look at. Now in there we have about 18 Inuit community members that have passed away within the last 5.5 years of being incorporated here at Dungasugit. And of those folks there, every single one of those people tell a story of those systematic barriers. Now, particularly of the men that have had to come to the South for to be incarcerated. And then, you know, once you're out of incarceration, there's typically probation and or parole. Thank you. And so when those are finished, then the men or women that are now, you know, finish their probation and or their parole sentencing and all that kind of stuff, they want to go back home where they came from. And I don't know if you know this, but it's $3,500 just for a ticket to go back to Nunavut, which is a 2.5-hour plane ride from here in Winnipeg. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's an all-inclusive trip for a lot of people, and that's just to go back home. And so it's on the offenders and or even victims to have to pay that out of pocket to go back home. And not a lot of people have that kind of money just sitting around. And so when I think about where can these resources go, I'm with Sean. It makes a lot of sense. We know that for Indigenous people particularly, that culture is healing. I've seen it here the last 5.5 years, the tremendous amount of 1,200 Inuit that we have served here at Dungasugit and the lives that we are saving every single day as a result of being able to provide culturally relevant programming keeps our people alive. When we have, you know, we have lots of discussions about children. You know, I'm a former child in care. I grew up in many different group homes and foster homes in the city, as well as my sister. And when we were 17 years old, she was murdered here in the city of Winnipeg. And no one wanted to take accountability for her death or for her murder. No one, not the government of Nunavut, not the government of Manitoba, not Child and Family Services or the juvenile justice system, because she was a part of that as well. And so, and that's because there are those lack of resources and understanding of Inuit people and culture specifically. And so, and I feel that if you want to reduce crime and if you want to uphold your community, let's like use simple love and support and like bring back our cultural values. Let's bring that back because culture is really what heals people. And I'll just stop at that.
Thank you so much, Nikki and Sean and Quinn also for organizing this. Just like building on the themes of love and self-determination and thinking about what it looks like to organize a system where people who love each other have the time and resources to be able to care for each other in ways that make sense in their particular life situations. And I think about sometimes, we can all think about the difference between people who go through crises who have lots of personal resources to draw on, like crisis, domestic violence, alcoholism, etc. These aren't things that only happen in poor communities. But one of the major differences is in communities where people are wealthy and have access to, time off for their jobs or money, wealth, whatever, extra homes. Those crises don't have such a huge impact on their lives because they're able to buffer themselves. So when we think about where to, or take time off work to care for each other, whatever, thinking about where $31 million would go, or, the entire $300 million of the police budget, more social work is not the answer. Sometimes we think, or people too easily say fewer cops, more social workers. social work is not the opposite of police work. Community safety patrols are not necessarily the opposite of police work either. The opposite of police work is self-determination. It is furnishing people with the range of resources, including housing, food, inter- and intra-city transport, the resources to care for each other's kids when there are emergencies, time off work, sick pay, work itself, allowing us to activate those networks of care and love so that when a crisis is on the horizon, that, you know, for everyone who ends up in contact with the police, there are people in their lives who love them, who see that interaction coming from a mile away most of the time, right? It's like these things don't just happen out of nowhere. We know the people in our lives who are suffering. So, you know, resources that allow us to plan for support in ways that make sense in our individual circumstances, in our particular communities. Not, you know, studying a plan so that the social worker comes in and implements, you know, best practices or whatever. I think that's all. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, I when you were talking, Sean, about the programs that get their funding cut when they're really successful, mm-hmm. I find I've noticed since I've been working in this area that happens consistently. Like, I've heard of so many programs that work with folks who have been incarcerated or justice involved, and when people start doing really well in those programs, the funding either gets cut or it doesn't get increased, and so they give the money to things like Nikki and Bronwyn and you were talking about, like more social workers, more cops, more of these things. And I think that the culture piece especially resonates with me because the three of us have been talking about how much of a difference it makes and how you can witness that and you see the magic of it, right? It's a really beautiful thing to be able to participate in and to be able to experience. And it's so wonderful to hear, Nikki, that you have that space now, right, to be able to do that and how much of an impact it's making. And we see that in other ways in, you know, some of the ceremony community that exists in this territory and how much of an impact it is. And, you know, hearing some of those numbers is so shocking, not surprising, but just like the number of people who are so affected by that is really, really sad. And I think you touched on my next question in a lot of different ways, because I think a lot about how accountability gets misappropriated at a systemic level. And so individuals being punished for the failures that exist within the systems and how that is intentionally kind of perpetuated to uphold colonialism and to reinforce colonial ideology and expectation, and how law is really weaved through that in every kind of space of our lives. Like, it's not just incarceration and criminal justice, but it is child welfare, it is health, it is all of these other areas where it affects us. And so when we're talking about how to kind of mobilize knowledge around strategies that you would use to kind of spread awareness about some of these things and challenging and dismantling systemic violence, like what are some of the strategies that you use to mobilize that knowledge? Nikki, do you want to start?
Like, I think about, as Indigenous peoples in this country, we're very community. We're very other people, whereas in modern society now, the majority of folks are very individualistic. And so when you're very individualistic, those systems that were created are also very individualistic. They keep you segregated and separated from the rest of folks. And so there was a point that I was getting at, and I've forgotten this, and I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. What are the knowledge mobilization strategies that you think are helpful in trying to get people to understand some of the challenges with dismantling and systems?
Right. Well, you know what? And I think it's really, for Inuit specifically, and I always go back to like, because that's who I represent, that's who I support, our Inuit people. So when I think about some of these, you know, like there's jurisdictional issues that are like this white tape that has been created.
I like that. White tape. I like that. Yeah. There you go.
Is because there are no real kind of relationships that have been formed within interprovincial, territorial kind of relationships in any system whatsoever. And so, for example, knowing that when you come to Manitoba and you're a resident for 3 months, you can apply for your Manitoba healthcare card. We've all done this, correct? Everyone has a healthcare card, a Manitoba health card. We take that for granted because that health card helps with several things. It gives you access to somewhat adequate healthcare resources here in Manitoba. It allows you to have a piece of paper with identification with your first and last name and probably your home address. That also helps you to look for housing. That helps you to look for a job or apply for various kind of programs that are out there. So historically, when Inuit would apply for this, up until just this July, Inuit were being denied access to retrieve a Manitoba healthcare card. Every single one of them. And no matter how much advocating we were doing, we weren't getting any answers to why are Inuit being rejected from getting their Manitoba healthcare card. And so, you know, it was like 2 years of constant having the same conversations with folks around tables in different areas, saying the same thing over and over again, kind of like getting tired of this going in my head over and over again, to finally our government changing, being able to, you know, have some conversations with some of those folks, with ministers, you know, that actually understand what life is like as urban Indigenous people. And so when we were having a conversation with the CEO of Manitoba Health and their senior policy analyst, we quickly found out that Inuit were being denied because they didn't know what our Inuit territorial cards meant. They didn't know that our Inuit territorial cards show that we are a land claim beneficiary of our land claim agreement with the government of Nunavut. It shows our lineage to the land and to our people. And so it really shows that you're an Inuk. And it's a government of Nunavut form of identification. They were being denied, and actually a checkmark box that Inuit are third world citizens. And so completely goes against the Constitution. Is, you know, obviously you don't know your own laws and your own legislation and policy that you're building around here. Let's have a conversation to figure out how can we dissect this and ensure that no more people are falling through these systematic cracks, because there's no reason for that. And then so, you know, it's those types of things that deny Inuit access to like actual life-saving resources in the city. And that goes for folks that are coming through the justice system, that are folks that even just have, you know, that are here for medical, that, you know, addictions is one of the major factors in a lot of our communities. And so when they come to a big city, what's the first thing that a lot of our young folks want to do? They want to go check out the bar. They want to go check out what nightlife is like in an urban setting. That's normal for a lot of people if you know how to, you know, kind of take care of that. But for folks that don't have access to that in the north, there's like an overabundance of all of this. And what can you do with that but then just have more? And then so what does that bring? More chaos and more kind of like things. So what do you do to ensure that, you know, it's these systems, it's the system failures, it's like not understanding each other's like respective, you know, jurisdictions, policies, or legislation, and by having conversations like this, then you can learn from each other. I'll just stop there.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's so important to be able to share that perspective. I think especially in a lot of conversations that we have about stuff that happens in urban centers, like Inuit are often left out of that conversation. And so I'm really grateful that you're able to share, Nikki, because I think a lot of people are totally ignorant of the realities that Inuit people face. So miigwech for shedding light on that for us.
May I respond to it? Yeah, I feel like even just mobilizing those examples in the context of drawing attention to how wild it is that the things that subject people to vulnerability here were created by the state. Like they're state manufactured, right? It's a product of uneven development, of the fact that there aren't adequate medical resources that people can access in their home communities, of the fact that they have to come to the city to get things not of their own volition. And then once they're here, subject to different kinds of surveillance, different kinds of systems. And then, having to pay your way back home after being imprisoned. I mean, like literally stolen from another place, like held, and then having to pay your own way back home. Not getting a health card. Like all of these things need to be understood as state manufactured forms of vulnerability to violence. Like these things make people vulnerable to having violence inflicted on them, and they are violence in and of themselves. And then we see a narrative constructed like the one in the article about Jordan Charlie that imagines or tries to tap into this imaginary that exists really easily in Canada, that like Indigenous people in the city are always already like just maybe gonna die. Like this is what the police rely on, is a narrative that says, oh, these people are already, there's nothing we can do. We did what we could. It just happened. We were responding. It's inevitable. But mobilizing these examples of the absolute not inevitability of it, all of the decisions that were made along the way in order to create this situation, I think is really powerful.
No, it's huge too, and just a response to that too, because it's like they just passed the buck kind of thing. It's like, oh, well, here's this, and because there's no mechanism in place, I guess, like with getting information, especially when someone's coming from Inuvik. Yeah, imagine just coming into a city, you don't know anybody, nothing, you're trying to access something, right? No help. Yeah, that doesn't sound like this free country that we say that we have. But I'm thinking too of. I'm just thinking about, because the question was too, like amplifying these knowledge systems and, externally, internally, the way that we do it at Red Rebel Armor, we really focus on the circle of courage theory developed by Dr. Martin Brokenleg. It's not placid everywhere. It's none of that. It's an experience. So what are we trying to do at Red Rebel Armor? We're trying to create a place of belonging for our relatives that are exiting the criminal justice system, right? So when they walk into the warehouse, we got the gangster music playing, we're making shirts, we're doing that, and we're talking, and we're having workplace therapy that I call it. But I got that idea from Homeboy Industries. They're another organization that tap into a lot of industries, but mainly, I think, work with like the Hispanics and Mexican population in California. But creating that sense of belonging is what has our relatives coming back. It's safe here. One of my new hires, he's been with us for almost 8 or 9 months now, his employment worker showed up, and it was his responsibility to get to work, which he did. He was a little bit late, but he got pulled over by the police, and they told him, don't you know it's dangerous to change your life? He's just a young guy walking around with a Bape sweater and a Pooh Shiesty mask, so he looks like he's up to no good, of course. But that's just the style right now in the streetwear, in the streetwear industry too. So we use just creating that space, So he came there and told me that. I was like, wow, your first day. I'm glad you still came to work, man. This is why we created this. So just keep showing up. As you said, you're reliable. Let's just work with that. And I just work with individuals like that. And if we get to a point where you're very consistent, I partner with CARD for targeted wage subsidy, do employment, so that we could take you full time and start growing it and helping us grow the business too, so that we could hire more relatives. But the streetwear is one of our main, I see someone from the audience there wearing our Can You Spot the Difference, and that piece right there. I know, right on, we got a model. But the front there, it's Stony Mountain and Elkhorn Residential School, right? And so Can You Spot the Difference was just about can you spot the difference between that's an institution, right, of people being incarcerated, and here's an institution of the residential school. So it's very much the same. Like you're going from one system to another, and it's just one big cycle. Like I'm thinking of life trajectories. It's already all planned out for us. We've been excluded, right? We've been pushed to those places. That's why there was no mechanisms created, because they don't care, they don't care. And so, having these conversations, for sure, us like you taking that on and developing that and creating that, that's huge. That's what we need, people to go and find these things and seeing that and creating these little solutions, because it's essentially they're like bridges. They're bridging those gaps, and there's so many, so we just need to just keep building those bridges. But that's what we do with the streetwear, through our artwork, and that we do advocacy, you know, through our e-commerce, through our social media. We share things from the community. We put out stats and things like that. And that's just, you know, because at the end of the day, when I'm trying to reach somebody online, because we are e-commerce based business, I'm trying to reach your humanness. Like you said, we're just human beings here. Yeah, you know, we might look different, all that stuff, but we just want to be treated like humans too. And, you know, back to the employment piece, that's why, you know, the relatives I work with, they keep coming back. I feel like I belong here, like I'm supposed to be here. And it's like, once somebody feels like that, they could move into the mastery stage. Now they could learn a new skill. Now it's like, I'll learn to heat press, I'll learn selling, whatever Red Herb Barber needs, I'll learn, because the business kind of just pushes us everywhere. But when somebody gets through that stage, they move on to independence. Now they have an income. They went from survival mode to living. You're not just thinking about every day. You know, you got a check coming every 2 weeks. Now you start planning your life. Hey, Sean, I might go to school. Hey, Sean, I might do this. I'm creating an e-commerce site. Like, how do I do that? You know what I mean? Like, so you just see people wanting to develop on their own. And the part about culture, which is, I've seen this, you know, a few times, and I thought it was really beautiful. But on the way back from a sweat, because, you know, on the weekends, we usually go help out Lionel Houston, do some ska bass stuff, and I bring whoever wants to come out. We go chop wood, we go do that, you know. We go into the lodge and hear the teachings. But coming back from the sweat, you know, just riding there, and it's just like, hey, Sean, you know, I'm not going to identify any of that, because I know it's a special moment, a sacred moment. But it's like, hey, Sean, do you know I wear all these clothes? Because the clothes that they wear, that's what they're seeing in the music videos, right? The rapping and all that kind of stuff. But because people respect me when I wear these. The way I used to dress before, no one respected me, you know. But after going to this ceremony, I just feel like it's a shell. Like, this ain't even who I am. You know what I mean? And so to hear someone say that is like, wow, that's so powerful, that's so beautiful. And that's what's so awesome about our sweat ceremonies is, like, you know, with, I guess, based on some of those experiences, a lot of our relatives too that are out here, they're putting that on, they're putting those masks on. And especially when you're having to put up with racism every day. And, you know, sometimes I talk with my partner when I'm, you know, coming home, it's like, oh yeah, I had a good day. But like, I'm thinking of everything I went through that day. Racism online, you know, Canada Post came in, they're racist too. Like, we've had that too. Hey, Sean, you're one smart Nietzsche. I'm like, what? Right in front of all my staff and their youth? Like, you can't talk to us like that. You know, you can't talk to us like that. But what happens there is, you know, here, they'll get cultural sensitivity training. Does it happen? I don't know. I don't know what Canada Post policy. That's a whole other organization. But just to, you know, just to see that and to see, yeah, I think that might be one reason why successful programs get shut down, because it comes to resources. It comes back down to the resources all the time. You know, there's Pam Palmer, she created this over-incarceration video. I've been watching it lots. You know, it helps me inform my work too, and just researching it before coming here. And, you know, like I mentioned in my first comment, is we have to reestablish or reapproach what public safety means. Like, public safety isn't locking up all the Indians. You know what I mean? We're out here and we're wanting to, it's already, colonization's already here. It's already, cities are built and everything. We just want to participate and get some resources for our families too. But, you know, of course, there's all those other pieces that, you know, prevent that, or, you know, slowing it down. But so I'm just thinking entrepreneurship, when I didn't say it in the beginning, but, you know, I always say it. I don't know why I didn't say it this time, but I'm an ex-gang member. I'm an ex-addict. And when I think of entrepreneurship and the way I live now, it's almost very similar to when I was trafficking, except without all the police and all the violence and all that. Now I could show my kids how to make shirts, how to design, how to sell, those types of things. So, it's talking about like, drug selling culture and all that. Like there's a huge tie-in between being self-sufficient, why we get out and keep selling our drugs, because we know we can make that money. We know we could do that, right? And entrepreneurship. So what I've always tried to do when I'm working with relatives, and I've had a relative say that too, is just like, so Buzzy, that's my street name. So Buzzy, you're telling me I could just make this T-shirt, sell it for $20, and I don't have to worry about the enemies or the cops? It's like, no, bro, that's it. You just print a shirt, sell it for $20, and you got profit. It's only cost you $5 to make. So it's like that. Just trying to do more of that. You know what I mean? That's what I really want to help our relatives tie in. Is like you could be out here, and you also don't have to live up to the stereotypes. You know what I mean? Like they're out there, and sometimes we play into them. I don't know, it's weird. You know what I mean? And so, but of course those are other conversations. But any of our relatives that are listening on the radio that are hearing that, yeah, it's time. We need our men out here to provide and protect, right? And so we need to figure that out in your own life. But there's definitely support out here. Organizations like this, Red Rep Armor, same thing. I'm just talking to the relatives right now. That could be on the radio. But I just want to inspire people, because we could be out here and we could have that egalitarian society. We could work alongside our allies. We could. Last night I was just, had my daughter's birthday, and she had one of her friends come over, and her dad came in. Her dad's not Indigenous, straight, white dude, had a conversation. And so many tie-ins. The kinship is there. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't even anything where I might have thought how, a white person might think of me or anything like that. It was just like human to human. This is what we're going through. And it almost seems that maybe a lot of the racism could be perpetuated from the top. Mm-hmm. It's coming down. We're not really living like that down here. You know what I mean? For sure, there's, some white supremacists. For sure, there's some, Nietzsche's that feel some type of way too. But at the end of the day, we just want to meet in the middle. This is Canada. Like, we want to be happy. We want to have some food, want to have access to housing and everything else that everybody's enjoying. And because I think of being an Indigenous man, how it is out here, even with changing my life, is this like, why don't you just get a job? My mom telling me that. Everybody, just get a job. You try, and there's those barriers. There's things that are preventing you: transportation, food, clothing, lack of skills, all these different types of things, But you don't know how to articulate it. It's just like when bro phones you, and you're like, oh, you're back again? Oh, what'd you do now? But we didn't know that he got out and he couldn't get his transportation back to Nunavut. We didn't know that he couldn't get transportation back home, so he just ran into somebody he knew and he just went to the shack. Why not? He's making extra cash there and he's going to buy whatever he needs right away, even though that's the bad decision. You know what I mean? And so I'm just trying to, it's been a while since I've been back down this road, just thinking of everything I had to do to overcome too. But with all those things, we could overcome them, is what I'm trying to say. And but I'll stop. I'm just digressing all over.
I just want to say thank you. I think that highlighting those experiences that only happen in community is really powerful, and a really powerful message for folks to hear when we know, and I know that I've talked with all of you about feeling like you don't have community, and the choices that you make when you maybe don't feel that sense of community or when you can't find it. And the love that exists when you do find it is really, really powerful, and I think it's really important to share those messages and those feelings about how it is challenging, right? Like, it's hard when someone's saying to you, oh, you're no fun anymore, or oh, just come and do this, or just one quick thing, or, it's like being baited all the time back into some of those environments that we know are harmful to us, but that kind of allow us to cause harm to other people too. And how these spaces that you've been talking about are so vital for providing that sense of love and that sense of community and that opportunity. And talking about mobilizing knowledge and, your sweater, and thinking about the history of Stony Mountain and how it was used as a place to separate Indigenous people from our land, and to sever that connection that we had to it, and how that just perpetuates generationally in people being displaced and removed from their families and their homes and their communities. And, I think you and I have talked about having to go to jail to find culture, and how challenging that is to kind of witness that be an experience that so many people have, and how do we incorporate that into community, right? Because when you're mobilizing knowledge through the images that are on your shirts, like I get into so many conversations when I'm wearing a lot of the designs that you have, because they spark conversation or questions that really allow for knowledge sharing in a different way, and in a really kind of kinship way, like you were talking about with the dad, right? Because I think there's an assumption that racism is only episodic, and those are the experiences that get talked about. But I think what you've all highlighted is just how ingrained racism is into the systems. And so I guess in follow-up to that, like, does community have a role in responding to police violence, and how do you think we can best collaborate and support one another to operationalize those responses? Bronwyn, do you want to go first?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to respond to what you just said, Quinn, and what Sean was talking about how much about like self-determination, love, and belonging is about spaces and centers, and thinking about what Nikki was talking about the work of this center, and the way that policing is about space too. Like, policing is meant to make people feel out of place, to make people feel like they're being watched. It's a social relation that, tells people who's in charge and undermines their own, social whatever relationships. And in that context, like, thinking about also where to put the police budget, like, there's just so many ways that so many different centers, like this struggle over space in Winnipeg, like to claim spaces for people to build communities that self-determine their relationship with the police, community centers that don't welcome the police in, or community centers that aren't just centrally organized around the police, are centered around, whatever, fashion, art, like resistance, asserting like a sense of self in a community where the police are trying to, decide who belongs and who doesn't. I think that like taking up space and fighting for spaces where different relationships are possible with each other is actually such an important role, has such an important role to play in the fight against policing and police violence. And it's a threat to them. They really rely on being able to enter whatever, youth spaces or social service spaces or whatever they want to. And it's really powerful when we can create spaces that don't center their definition of, what the problem is. And yeah, Stony Mountain, like, being explicitly created to undermine Indigenous political authority, recognizing that taking people out of their places and removing them into another place is an important way of undermining political authority. And then understanding the reverse of that, which is that wherever there are spaces, and people do this in jail too, despite the intention of the jail, but like wherever there are spaces where people can claim a different, relationship to each other, those are spaces where like alternate forms of politics and life and resistance and stuff can thrive.
Yeah, and just to add to that is like a part of that change too, that was my community after a while. It's like getting released is recess. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, what am I going to get up to now? Where are the boys at? And it's just like this weird sadistic thing. And, I was sharing earlier, earlier with Quinn, we were talking here, and in Headingley, we used to have Friday night fights, right? Friday night fights, and the guards would just be right in there, in on it, betting, chips, doing that, notifying us when the supervisors are coming to the unit because there's a horseshoe, right? And so now that I'm a man, like, I thought I was a man then. I was only 20 or 22. But, as I'm a bit older and I've grown and I've matured, I'm like, what the heck's happening to our youth, man? You know what I mean? Like, I bet you that's still happening in there. But it's just, it's really sick because where are you guys getting off on this? Watching us destroy each other like this and just fight like dogs. Like, it's really, there really needs to be some other type of counseling in there for that. But I just wanted to, just add that because that does become your community. When you get there, especially if you already, you've been in the hood for a long time, or you've been in and out, everybody kind of thing. As soon as you get there, you get the best jail clothes you could get. Here's brand new slips, bro. Here's, noodles. Here's some food. So you just, hey, this is where I belong now. You know what I mean? This is where I belong. The outside world treats me like shit, and here, this is all good. Homies, we got TV, we're playing canasta. So it's like, it's this weird institutionalization thing that starts to happen to you, And so I just wanted to share that piece of it too, where you feel like that's where you need to go, or it's a safe place sometimes, even though dark it is, right? There's, some people commit crimes just so they could go and have somewhere warm throughout the winter months. You know what I mean? So,
and then also that $31 million, that's a huge number, to be giving a raise to people that are inflicting all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bonus
workers.
for acting like that, right? You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, and then in thinking about, the overrepresentation of Indigenous peoples, and then the lack of resources that are available here in Winnipeg particularly, or Manitoba. Yeah. And then we hear a lot of the social workers or mental health workers, or we need some resources in mental health. All of our organizations need resources in mental health services across the country, let alone just Manitoba. And so what does that look like? And how is that going to play a role in ensuring that our folks are not, being overrepresented within the jail system? But I think about George. He's in that memorial wall. He had been incarcerated for a couple of years in the South from Agvet. And then when he was released, he just wanted to go back home to his wife and his children. But you go into these halfway homes, and then you get kind of sucked into that kind of, this is the way that you need to live. These are the steps that you need to take to get out of the halfway house, and you're only thinking about that. But on top of that, you're also thinking about, how can I get back home for George anyhow? And so the reason why I was talking about, how important our Manitoba healthcare cards are is because when George was trying to access his Manitoba healthcare card, just to show that he was a Manitoban for a number of years because he was here, because he needed that piece of identification to use to go on the plane to go back home, and trying to contact MLAs in Nunavut or anyone in Nunavut to assist in having him brought back home, because he'd been stuck here for a number of years. He left the halfway house because he was done. Then he was on the streets. Then he got addicted to meth. And then that was what kept him alive. And we know this. We hear this from our relatives all the time. They are addicted to substances to keep themselves alive while they're on the streets, while they're trying to survive. They're using these substances so that they don't freeze to death, so that they don't get raped for some of the women and men that are out there, so that they're not harmed. This is what keeps them alive. This is what keeps them, from dying on the streets. And so, one system after the other, denying a person does a lot to a person's mental health and their ability to figure out what they need to do for themselves to be better. He took his own life on the streets while he was on the streets waiting to be brought back to Nunavut. And what does that tell you? How disgusting that is, that our Indigenous people and our men especially that have to go through all of these, what's the word? Barriers, but
tragedies,
that feeling of
indignities.
Exactly. Right? And so many of our people feel that way. And then I think about the overrepresentation of our folks that are in jails, and I think about the child welfare system, for example. That's another residential school era. I went through that system only 23 years ago. I was in the care of Child and Family Services. That's not that long ago, and things have only gotten worse. Look at Tina Safe Haven. That's supposed to be a safe haven. But there are our youth being brutalized by police right outside of Tina Safe Haven. The majority of our youth that are aging out of care, that have nothing to go to. I also foster. I've been fostering level 5 girls for 13 years. And the number of those girls that have gone through my home that are on the streets today is disgusting because there are no resources for them. No one gives a flying shit about what is going to happen to our children when they age out of care. No one does, because if they did, this would have been dealt with a long time ago. We've been going through this for a very long time. I think about those children in care because we have an overrepresentation of Indigenous children that are in care, and the majority of them are on the streets right now that are addicted or that are trying to survive or trying to figure out where their community is, you know, and so we just need to learn to talk together, to respect each other, to figure out, you know, like just by having conversations is where you can actually make changes. It's just so crazy to think that something so simple as just having a conversation can actually help make tangible changes.
And a conversation that assumes somebody's dignity, like, and sees that these, like, how could what you're describing be perceived as anything other than people being like tough as hell, you know, like, and like working so hard to try to survive against all odds. And then the narrative of policing and social services is, oh, these people are messed up, we can't help them, when it's like people working so hard to try to make things work for themselves, and just against a tide of people who actually don't want it to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Racism and discrimination are very real.
Yeah, it's and that's what I was thinking about too. Like, okay, if we're going to create a program and it doesn't work, we don't blame the participants why it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Program failed, so let's redo this. And that's just what that's just what I'm kind of seeing with, you know, a lot of people that are participants in programs or whatever. It's like they're always getting blamed on why it's not working too. You know what I mean? And so sometimes I think it's just a lack of compassion in terms of understanding the barriers. Like, I didn't get to finish my thought when I was talking about when I'd come home and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I had a good day, but really just went up against all these stereotypes and racism and all that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm just trying to provide like everybody else. Like, but so yeah, I just wanted to add to that.
And then also, on that same note, they're thinking about the police officers that go through the training to become a police officer. You know, the criteria and the qualifications to become a police officer are actually quite gross, like really gross. The fact that someone that just had to graduate grade 12 and possibly been an asshole throughout, you know, high school can become a police officer and take those same ideologies and values that they grew up with and instill that into the police force. That is how these things continue to perpetuate and grow bigger, is because we're hiring people off of the streets and there isn't real solid process like to becoming a doctor or a lawyer or a social worker. Those things are not in place for police officers, and so we're just taking any Joe Blow
that doesn't understand anything.
Force that doesn't understand anything. That and then they're bringing in their own racist or discriminatory ideologies and values into that system, and then it's a snowball effect, right? The next person, their partner might convince their partner to be the same way, and it goes on. I know this because when I worked for the criminal organization High Risk Offender Unit for a number of years, I worked with my partners that I would go out in community with to meet with offenders, the folks that are, you know, out of incarceration, had those very racist and discriminatory values. And as an Indigenous woman, having to sit there with these white folks talking about Indigenous people that the way that they were, and I couldn't speak up. So think about that reverse side as well. And how you have to work against something that is already working against you internally.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was thinking when you were talking too about, because we've been talking about the narrative that kind of gets perpetuated, and talking about the youth in care, and how the majority of adults who are incarcerated have had some interaction with the child welfare system, and how, you know, there's all of these articles that get written about violence at the hands of youth, but there's no accountability on the systems and as the adults in their lives as to how they have been failed, right? Those are our babies. We have responsibility to them. And as community, those systems often put up the most barriers when we're trying to just provide love and kindness and compassion. I've experienced that in trying to provide support to some kiddos that I care very much about, right? And the system's like, no, that's dangerous, right? They see it as a threat. Because you're paying attention and you're watching to what's happening to them and you're asking questions and you're pushing back. And so then you become the problem. And then the narrative that gets created about you as a family member is used against you, because I know that when I email from an organizational email, or I call and I say, hey, I'm calling from this organization, I get a very different interaction than when I call as a family member. And one of you shared that, oh, you're a smart Nietzsche, I think is what you said, that someone had called you, and I got, oh, you're so articulate. I think you can deal with this on your own.
Like a micro invalidation.
Yeah. Like, oh, you got, like, oh, you're so smart. Like, it's just so insulting. Like, that you have to have this like roster of credentials and letters after your name and all of this stuff to be taken seriously. Mm-hmm.
Or what they do, systems, like in any system, if you're like the first Indigenous anything, then they're giving you all of the Indigenous everything, like you're an expert.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
That perpetuates a lot of like, because there is no support for that particular person that you're putting all of that shit on. Like, and
or you're expected to behave a certain, like, you don't meet the, like, stamp Indigenous person, like, expectations, and then that gets held against you because you're not, you don't look ceremonial enough or you don't do this or do that or whatever, and it's like, I think a lot of what you were talking about is like that shell, right? There's a shell that's expected of us. And then we get penalized when we don't deliver on that. And I think that just allows for this type of violence to get legitimated over and over and over again, right? Because it's like you're only valuable if you are productive or if you're contributing to a certain level of expectation that all of these systems have put forward, right? Like child welfare, justice, like, and I think especially for young people, like probation officers and all of these other institutions are enforcing expectations that they probably wouldn't even be able to meet or uphold, right? And so it's like that kind of frustration with imposing all of these expectations and conditions and all of these different things, but if they themselves were put in that position, would they be able to maintain it with the same level of barrier and challenge? There's no way, right? Like, you're talking about that toughness and that strength, like that is so significant. And so I guess kind of to close off, I just wonder if you could share, like, what are some things that you would want people to know, like people in community, the public, kind of general public, about how they can contribute to reducing reliance on calls to police or try to help prevent some of the things that we've been talking about?
I think that there are a lot of Indigenous-led organizations that do really great heart work. And so, sometimes it takes research to know what those initiatives are and at what organizations, but like get connected to an organization that helps community. I think when you think of any most Indigenous organizations, I should say, that the majority of Indigenous-led organizations are there to support and be there for community. I was also going to say that culture is healing. For real. Community is healing. Being around other folks that are going through the same thing as you can be healing too. But I really feel like culture is healing. These little acts of colonialism and denialism, help perpetuate a lot of these negative stereotypes. But if you can become educated about some of those actual narratives, like I think about Inuit specifically, not a lot of folks know about Inuit culture, that know about Inuit. Northern Manitoba are the original homelands of the Inuit. We have 17,000 Inuit that come here for just medical. So that's not even holidays. That's not education. That's not just to move away for a different life. I think about, the RCMP came into our communities in Nunavut so that we weren't self-reliant on our hunters and trappers and that way of life. They actually came to Nunavut to say, you are not allowed to go hunting. We are going to shoot your dog because we don't want you to go hunting. We don't want you to provide for your family. So we're going to shoot your dog in front of your children and yourselves and take away everything that is supposed to be there to help sustain you and your family and your whole life. And so I think about that. I think about how it was actually the Royal Mounted Canadian Police that introduced alcohol to our Inuit people, and the negative effects that alcohol has on Indigenous peoples specifically. There's a lot of things. So researching and getting connected with a community organization, I think, is the way to help make change.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I don't know, there's different things depending on who you're talking to, right? So I'm just thinking about some of the themes that come up in these alternatives to calling the police workshops. If we're talking about situations where people might call the police, understanding the difference between discomfort and danger, and understanding that a situation that you might think is dangerous is one that's actually just making you uncomfortable, and actually the person in danger is the person who you're perceiving as the danger. Mm-hmm. So taking that as a guide, asking people what they need and what they want. If somebody seems in distress, don't assume they want the police called. Asking if there's something they need. Carrying around cigarettes and granola bars for de-escalation purposes. If somebody on the street is having an episode that is making lots of people feel uncomfortable. These are the kinds of situations where in downtown Winnipeg the police often get called, and it's remarkable how effective it can be to just be hey buddy, do you want to smoke? Just keeping that in mind, always asking people what they need and what they want. Do you want me to call the police? Do you want me to call someone else? Do you want to, can we call, who can I call for you? And then in the realm of government structures and accountability, don't get fooled by any accountability measure that channels more money to the police and away from the community. Body cameras are not the answer. Police will control the narrative regardless of whether there's footage or not to affirm that. Training is not the answer. That's money that goes to the police. The answer, the surest way to preventing police violence is reducing interactions between people and the police. So detasking the police, building, reducing the number of things that, taking jurisdiction away from them. We no longer want police responding.
That oversight.
Exactly.
Right.
Oversight, but also we no longer want police responding to mental health crises. None of this partnering police with nurses. If we want nurses, we want nurses. We don't want police plus nurses, right?
Exactly.
That actually just extends their legitimacy. Taking things from them, taking away territory and tasks, and taking those into our own hands.
That's what I was thinking too. What could I, when I'm thinking of solutions, I've always been social enterprise, employment and training, relative focus. But now, here's the police. Aren't they not a service that they provide for us? And if we're not happy about it, can't we just disband them? I'm not too political. I don't know too much about that, but
yeah, we can.
Right? Why couldn't we just do that and reform another one? Right? If they hear this, they're probably not going to want to hear that. But at the end of the day, it only makes sense. Why did I quit being a gang member? Because it was destructive. You better, same thing. Why are you being a police officer when it's being destructive? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It's all, especially after having this conversation, it's all a fallacy. The whole public safety, everything, us versus them, this and that. They deserve to get shot because all this, he was going to die anyway. Really? That's the type of society we live into today. Yeah, it's crazy. So now thinking back to my teachings from my mentor is have a compassionate approach. If we could have a compassionate approach to the police, what it would be. Of course, we can't just disband you guys. You guys still got families to feed. Totally understand that. So maybe, what you said, is detasking them. Through community building, we could create and generate these resources so that it will, so the police don't have a big, huge task list they got to get through, you know, and they got priority this, priority that, native guy here, oh, well, he's going over here. Do you know? I don't know if they do that, but allowing them to perform better at what we need them to do, right? And I think that's huge. One of them, detasking it. If we were, because we still need our communities protected, right? And I know that ain't happening too much from that side, but if there's a way we could get to that understanding, I think that would be huge on that front. And just thinking of, you know, who are we in this story of Canada, right? Not just Indigenous people, but non-Indigenous people, whether you're political or not. Like, who are you in this story of Canada? And I would say start there, because if you're somebody that's working in government, well, maybe you could be an entrepreneur and start trying to pass bills and policies, whatever it is, because you have the support out here in the community. We all want something, you know, we're all here for a reason, and everybody listening. So it's like that would be another piece. And like, because, you know, here's the Indigenous people, it's always been us versus them, but who are you in this story? And let that, you know, dictate what you do. Research is always huge. That's huge. You need to know. And that's probably the biggest thing. You know, I could say all these things. Research and do what you know is right in your heart with the capacity that you have. Because I don't know the capacity. Everybody has different, right? We got someone from the university here. They could go and do what they do in the university sector. You guys can go and do what you need. Mm-hmm. But still being able to have, I think, you know, why couldn't we have, you know, community against police brutality task force, where we just have, there's different sectors. Here you have the congregation, and then you could also have the people that are out in the community already, like the community groups that walk around. Like, we need this big like organizational, whatever. I forgot all my college words. But I'm thinking of maybe we could create, a community foundation. So all organizations could commit to that. And that foundation would be against police brutality, and have them in there too, because guaranteed there's still good police officers out there. There has to be, right? And I believe that because, man, I got my children growing up here. I got, you know, things like that. Like, I can't always be there to protect them either. But, you know, I will share one thing, like, why, you know, I have a lot of distrust in the police, especially after, you know, changing my life and doing all that, ex-gang, ex-addict, all that. One night, you know, me and my partner and my mother and my older daughters, we decided to get a place together to, you know, try this emerging of families there. And, you know, my daughters, they're out in the neighborhood and things like that. But I don't know what happened with these other kids, but they came and kicked down the door, and I didn't know it was them at the time. But all of a sudden, boom, doors, like, what the hell? Like, all my PTSD starts kicking in. Like, is that someone from my past? So we went up to the door, and it was just quiet out there. And I was just like, well, what should we do, Mom? Because my mom's there, and all the kids are standing there. I was like, well, I'm not going out because I'm not getting shot. Let's just phone the police. Okay, so we phoned the police. They didn't come. They said, what do you want us to do? I was like, what do you mean? What do you want me to do? Could you go outside and see which way they're at? I'm like, hell no. What's going to shoot us? My mom's out there looking. I'm like, of course, my mom's out there looking, like making me feel like a man. But I just like, wow, this is what happens when we call police. Exactly. Like, screw that. Like, so what am I going to do? Like, because of my history, I have lots of weapons bans. So, of course, I want to have weapons, but I can't because I'll get all these crazy charges. But how are we... Yeah, we need to be able to protect ourselves too. Mm-hmm. You know, I'll leave it with that, and that's my piece. Yeah.
Thank you. I think one of the things that you've all highlighted in really big ways is the importance of relationships that are not transactional or conditional or rooted in an imbalance of power, but that having those really rooted like connections and community are so much a part of the way forward. And so I am really grateful to all of you for sharing that. I really appreciate that, and I just want to say miigwech to all of you. We will take questions, but I think we're going to end the recording before the questions,
Can I
unless
just
anybody
give a
has
quick plug for International Day Against Police Brutality, March 15th. There's lots of people in this room who are involved in a coalition, International Day Against Police Brutality Coalition. So we'll be in touch. But yeah, like trying to do some of that organizational work of linking up people who have who's like families who are already struggling with trying to get accountability. So yeah.
Any other final thoughts before we take questions? No? Okay.
Do you belong to a club of gamers with an amazing logo just screaming to be put onto t-shirts or hoodies? Are you a member of an intramural floor hockey team looking to intimidate the competition with your matching uniforms? No matter what your group's requirements for custom garments, from t-shirts to hoodies to sweatpants to jackets, local custom printing shop PrintedShirts.ca has got you covered. For over 20 years, the friendly staff at this homegrown Winnipeg company has been helping groups just like yours, big and small, on the U of M campus, with printed or embroidered garments, as well as an incredible variety of promotional products. Visit their website at PrintedShirts.ca or pop into their showroom at 464 Hargrave Street in the Exchange District to see what Printed Shirts can do for you.
The modern miracles of sound motion pictures and radio open up vast sources of entertainment and instruction. To benefit from these, we need our ears, which interpret for us the multitude of sound waves they receive. Let us always strive to protect and to preserve this most precious gift of nature.
Always eager to help you enjoy that gift. This is CJUM 101.5, broadcasting from the University of Manitoba in Winnipeg.
The following program contains material that may be considered offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, the 3-6 Mafia is going down with Canada's 30 DJ Dialog. Yeah, all right.
DJ Dialog is the sound of the underground.
Yeah. Wow, man. That was a hella positive, powerful panel, man. Big shouts to Quinn, Saretsky out there, man, at the Root, consultant. And y'all just listening to the courageous reflections on preventing police violence against Indigenous people. Hope y'all got some from that, and we'll definitely be spreading the word, getting the archive up, man. Want to send big shouts to my brother Jared out there holding down UMFM 24/7, man. He said Dialog. It's the final live show of 2024 for Hiphop 101. We can extend it, man, so we're gonna do that. Got some good joints for y'all, man. Some new Snoop, Dr. Dre. Some new Fat Joe. We got some Kodak Black. And we got your shout-outs, man. AngryRabbitRECS@gmail.com. A little something to let y'all know about, man. Starting next year, Kind Selections will be hooking up some serious prize packs for y'all, man. www.kindselections.ca for all Kind Selections apparel, man. and it's gonna have to do with involving y'all, man. If you got new music that you don't hear on this program, man, you want me to know about, brand new talent, or even if they're out there, man, anywhere in the world, man, we're gonna get y'all to send those joints in, just like you're doing now, man. So on that note, we're gonna get into the music, man. We're gonna start off with some Bach Red. Much love to my brother, man, Nonfiction. Shouts to promodj.com. My brother Surly V out there. Yeah.
This one right here, this for all the young people all over the world.
Turn your headphones up, turn your systems up. Hip-Hop 101, every Wednesday night, 11 till 1 in the morning, UMFM.
This for you, little homies. This for every child who needs love and stability. For every boy and girl who needs a hug, and it's killing me to see young people so torn and abrasive, being taught wrong. No child is born racist. Faced with peer pressure, poor education, they're made to feel lesser. Let's do more to save them. They're behaving erratic based on needs and status. They just want to feel safe, so they feed into habits. Now they're smoking and drinking, they're fucking and cutting. They're depressed, it's a mess, but they're just hunting for something. A way to feel good, a safe place in the hood. Nurture all their dreams, keep telling them they could be whatever they choose. Begin changing the rules, they're our future. Teach what they don't in the schools, more than science and math. Start providing a path to the youth. It's not your fault you are dying so fast.
'Cause you were born into this evil world,
crazy
where man is killing man, and no one knows just why. What have we become?
Look at us.
Just look what we have done. All that we destroyed, you must build again.
I see promise in our youth even more than they do. Some are bothered by the truth like a form of abuse. I keep warning them to break the cycle and grow, but the history of violence is frightful and cold. In the night they're alone, in the day they rebel. Too many fights in the home, too many say they will fail. It's a never-ending battle for acceptance and love. The pressure for respect and protection from us. Man, just look what we done. Project war with our guns, and at home we don't protect our own daughters and sons. Neglecting the ones who have the answers to life, the solutions to the problems we abandon at night. I will stand for their rights, cause their lives are cheated. Continue to support them and fight for freedom. It's a crisis in sequence from these selfish victims. Their lives are weakened by someone else's decisions.
'Cause you were born into this evil world,
crazy
where man is killing man, and no one knows just why. What have we become? Just look what we have done. All that we destroyed, you must build again.
Look at the suicide rate, look at what they decide. Look at who is irate, look at drugs they prescribe. They're manic, bipolar, they're ADHD. Or maybe it's the world and how we raise them to be. Look what they see on TV, they watching too much. Mom and pop's working late cause the economy sucks. Teenage girls locked up at a crucial rate. Statistics show they were physically abused or raped. How much more can they take before they snap and react? Hurt themselves and someone else, another tragic attack. We laugh at the past, then we hope for the best. But the past will just reflect the present, knowing what's next. We messed up, toxic air, dirty water, disease, infected foods, drug abuse, life caught in the streets. We're forcing our seeds to take more than they should. So grown folk, give them hope and make sure that they're good.
'Cause you were born into this evil world,
crazy
where man is killing man, and no one knows just why. What have we become?
Look at us.
Just look what we have done. All that we destroyed, you must build again.
Try and get a rep, it ain't deep, Gusto. Just grind from the time you hear the rooster crow. Too little, too late if you moving slow. want my piece of the pie, right? No fool's gold, stay busy. Starsky, Dutchies for the sparking. Linked up with my man now, 58th and Marcus. Never windmill, dance to dunk. But I can duck a move, kept both hands up. For the movers, shakers, squares and nerves. Long as you understand the words like gods and earths. The goal is the goal, can't switch up now. Can nobody say that I bit your style? Singing on the hooks, but it's hard as fuck. If the feeling's all good, go and party with us. Some would've sold drugs on the double Dutch bus. Or bus shots at the bubble bunch.
Life is a process and I'm a work in progress. Fuck the contest, the world is but a conquest. Can I be honest, the world should really talk less. When the elders in the I can see past the lies. The thing you didn't get might be a blessing in disguise. Oh my, potential in the sky. The things we tell ourselves to get fly.
It's Vishnu Allah, my birth name is Theodore, who shreds MCs like coleslaw. Dudes is pathetic, if the salad bar's a bank, I'ma need more lettuce. Pulling cards, I'ma need more credits. Give me space, I'ma need more tenants. Going back and forth, dudes are moon, I'm Venus. I don't gotta play tennis. Peace to the 7th borough, you're so thorough. Who cracked the Liberty Bell, that's my hero. So remember me, I'm that heavenly. I'm Joel Embiid, dropping 70. Life's the great test to make you the greatest. But the masochists will make you the sadist. But I'm not having this, can I be honest? I think you should say less.
Life is a process and I'm a work in progress. Fuck the contest, the world is but a conquest. Can I be honest, the world should really talk less. When the elders in the halls bless, I can see past the lies. The thing you didn't get might be a blessing in disguise. Oh my, potential in the sky. The things we tell ourselves to get fly.
I was in the kitchen like Icarus, swimming with the bigger fish. Ill shit, street short type ridiculous. All I did wrong, that's a lot to remember. Million emotions here and gone till November. My Jesus peace is part of the regalia. In the belly of the beast, hope your feet don't fail you. Back when glasses took up half your face. When the beat came on, someone had to break. Cost of living plus wages and sin. These are just thoughts for the day begins. Bad luck or no luck, you could say that again. Wasn't getting no love, wasn't making no friend. The game was told in 88 olds. And it takes a village, had to play my role, right? Last night a DJ saved my soul. When outside was safer than making it home. Whoa.
Life is a process and I'm a work in progress. Fuck the contest, the world is but a conquest. Can I be honest, the world should really talk less. When the elders in the halls bless, I can see past the lies. The thing you didn't get might be a blessing in disguise. Oh my, potential in the sky. The things we tell ourselves to get fly.
This is all I got to say to you. Niggas stun if you want, you get lumped, get jumped. You don't wanna make me go to the trunk. I choke a nigga, stab a nigga, clap a nigga, smack a nigga, give a nigga whatever you want. Psycho, cut you up like lipo, the rifle, have a missing you like you Michael. I'm not soft, who want it pop off? My guns are like girls going wild, take the top off. They run from the barrel of the gun, cause they know they carry shotties, catching bodies where I'm from. We the ones at the party all night, with the bottles on ice. Mommy's looking alright, the body's looking tight. Just a day in the life, how the games is played. A lot of ass around, but never put your gun away. Fuck what anybody say. They know we thug, nigga, what? To all my bitches, to my niggas, you know what's up. I'm the guy. Hiphop, like what? Gonna tell, let nobody take the food like me. Niggas stun if you want, you get lumped, get jumped. You don't wanna make me go to the trunk. I choke a nigga, stab a nigga, clap a nigga, smack a nigga, give a nigga whatever you want. Psycho, cut you up like lipo, the rifle, have a missing you like you Michael. I'm not soft, who want it pop off? My guns are like girls going wild, take the top off. QP's where they made me at, front and I bring it where you be at. Cause homie don't play that, I spray cats like I'm trying to bring the 80s back. In rap, they call me rap boy, y'all name me that. The flip side, I'm a beast, the streets made me that. Nigga pushing packs, elevated, now I'm blazing gas. Started out of phase, now I make amazing tracks. Where y'all going hard with the pen, I'm just laying the facts. Boy, I'm the guy you see. Gonna tell, let nobody take the food like me. Niggas done if you want, you
then you go to the trunk. I choke a nigga, stab a nigga, clap a nigga, smack a nigga, give a nigga whatever you want. Psycho, cut you up like lipo, the rifle, have a missing you like you Michael. I'm not soft, who wanted pop off? My guns are like girls going wild, take the top off.
Yeah. They don't combine, man. Man. Yeah. My mother always told me to use my full potential. Doing certain things can be very consequential. So I use my mental to its full capacity. Also my resilience, so admire my tenacity. Some people love to give up way too easily. Never use an effort, they be doing work leisurely. So much brain space, 2 million gigabytes that shouldn't go unused. You could have a bigger life than the life you're living with at this very moment. Dumb is never cool, we need intelligence proponents. Music to movies to TV is none of that. Brain cells are frying by the second, they ain't coming back. Messages they provide have motives that are under facts. Subliminally brainwash folk fall for a ton of traps. That's what we call hustling backwards. Feeling like life's great, but no, it's not that good. You're really missing out on a very big chance to build. Don't get stuck and find yourself on a hamster wheel. You were simply moving in the same cycles of poverty, confusion, a gang of lost the sight. Are your horizons open to expand your mind? Are you the type to come up with excuses every time? Being smart or being dumb is a very fine line. You can't be both. See those things, they don't combine. Are your horizons open to expand your mind? Are you the type to come up with excuses every time? Being smart or being dumb is a very fine line. You know what else? You can't be both. Those things, they don't combine. My mother always told me to use my full potential. Life's a dinner table. Eat with the right utensils. Stay aware of surroundings. Don't wanna lapse. Black like Sean P said. Your head's more than a hat rack. Some mistakes you make, there's no way to backtrack. Dodge the uninspired when life moved. They sat back and let it move right past, going in a flash, because they ran with folks that belong in the trash. Look slow, but the world's spinning fast. Days go by quick, have ideas in the stash. These are chess moves, be a pawn or a king. And if you thought you bought enough, there might be more to bring. Hear the song I sing, there's a lot of jewels in it. If your people move backwards, don't be cool with it. Never be stagnant, staying in the cycle of poverty, confusion, being a lost disciple. Are your horizons open to expand your mind? Are you the type to come up with excuses every time? Being smart or being dumb is a very fine line. You can't be both. See those things, they don't combine. Are your horizons open to expand your mind? Are you the type to come up with excuses every time? Being smart or being dumb is a very fine line. You can't be both. Those things, they don't combine.
Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. That is the description for the CHUB. I'm a risk taker, baby, shoot at the top of the key. In the game, they may classify me as a nerd. Never so cokey, I just conjugated verbs. Urkel through the hurdles, unlimited verbals. For the most part, never been in your circles. Been in a space of solitude, or really just a peaceful emperor like Marcus Aurelius. So I treat success and failure the same. Thankful, yet regretful for the game. Feelings of great joy, plus the shame. And overly proud of the name. They call me Rocky, they call me Mufasa. Check the meme. If you don't know me by now, I guess I'm the blame. My growl is way beyond the wild. Caribbean style, cause a king will never bow. I'm an inhabited big storm like Jupiter. Full plate with all the necessary accoutrement. You know it's real hip-hop and lyrics more than the rhyme. A cultural phenomenon, so please expand your mind. Craig G, my brother, your star will always shine. It's Benjamin Banneker type shit, man. It's time.
Horizons open to expand your mind. Are you the type to come up with excuses every time? Being smart or being dumb is a very fine line. You can't be both. See those things, they don't combine. Horizons open to expand your mind. Are you the type to come up with excuses every time? Being smart or being dumb is a very fine line. You can't be both. Those things, they don't combine.
I'm sure glad. You're a savior here. You can put me in perspective and tell these people that I'm not a nut.
Well, of course, anything you tell me will be confidential.
But I don't want it to be confidential. I want you to sell the interview to Playboy, send it in, and give the money to charity.
Why would they buy it?
Why not? Just as good as anything I've ever written there.
I'm the author of pain. I'm the author of pain. I'm the author of pain. This Kalashnikov, Bakieto, all of your frame. This the Umayyad Caliphate, conqueror Spain. This is honor, this is Pranayana, conjure a name. I ain't seen nothing, motherfucker, he was found dead. 50 cal begging me to paint the fucking town red. Have a motherfucker losing weight, now it's pound shit. Black Gucci double bag, homie with a brown bread. makes a lot to divine. It's automatic recall, star 69. I saw it in the database. Epsilon Buddhist in the Black Knight satellite. See, I stay with Detroit. I will trade you for the Eagle Paw, Shady McCoy. It's a mind ripper, pull a West, craving the breeze. What you waiting for, little homie? Aiming and squeeze.
Here we go. I'm cursed with the dawn. You was born. Here we go. I'm cursed with the dawn. You was born. Talk to him. I strike him down. I strike him down. Here we go. I'm cursed with the dawn. You was born.
Yeah. The universe big and the sun large. A 40 cal about to give him 5 like a gun charge. On the street corner where the motherfucking scum crawls. Everything here pure ignorance and gun. Camp Crystal Lake built with Jason for days. I will ask questions first. That's the way I was raised. It's a flashbang, homie. I am bringing the SWAT. This is duck season. Aki and I'm bringing the mop. Gaudy motherfucker. Everything grandiose. The difference between the cure and the poison is the dose. My mind all over the place, but I rap lucid. The type motherfucker that's smart, but he acts stupid. You land no idea what to do with the kush. And a bird in the hand, worth 2 in the bush. It's Mozart over here, Don Giovanni. And I ain't worried about you motherfuckers, you can lie.
Here we go, I'm cursed with the dawn. You was born. Here we go, I'm cursed with the dawn. You was born. Talk to him. I strike him down. I strike him down. Here we go, I'm cursed with the dawn. You was born.
I've got one of the most brilliant minds of the 20th century. Playboy doesn't want it, sell it to Penthouse. Penthouse doesn't want it, kiss my ass.
Would you describe your mood as being depressed?
Yeah, it was despair. Utter despair.
And what about the second and third times?
Third time it was, God, my ears starting to itch. God, is it bright in here? Boy, is it nice. Yeah, I'm sorry. My teeth feel like they're so clean. It's unbelievable, really sparkling clean.
I think you've been able to see from all of the celebrating. We'd like to dedicate it.
Yeah. Hip-hop on the one. Yeah. Hip-hop 101 every Wednesday night, 11 to 1 in the morning. Final live show 2024. Hope y'all are doing good out there, Manitoba. We got some shouts, man. Amy want to send love to Pablo. Kayla reached out, want to send shouts to Moose. Jessica reached out, want to give shouts to Richard and Headingley. And Dana, WCC. Stony Montana reached out, want to send shouts to Unger and Stony, Kimbo, Chad, Kate, Trenchy, Kane, Skylar, Mike and Brendo, repping Dorm 2. Alicia want to send shouts to JJ, Salis, Drizzy, Fatboy, Willie. Shout out to everybody locked up, held down right now, man. Raven want to send shouts to Jason. Denise want to send love to Tyson, Swervo, H, Deli, and Press on Block 3. Dice Audi want to send shouts to Kayla, Carly, Kelly, Jackie, Yo-Yo, Frederica, and Connie. Kristen want to send shouts to Chelsea, Roxy, and Dezo. And Taylor reached out, want to send love to Devil, Rob, Day-Day, Frenchie, M, J-Dog, Ed, and Q as well, man. Want to send some love as well, man, to my brother Samson representing the 313 Detroit. Hope you're doing good, brother. Shouts to Opal out there, repping Minnesota. And my brother Bryce, man, holding down Ohio. Like I said earlier, man, we're going to go for a little bit longer tonight, man. DJ Dialog, official.promodj.com for the archives, man. And you can also check out UMFM.com. Go to Wednesdays, find Hip Hop 101, and all the archives are up there as well, man, including all the playlists. Yeah!
Like what? Like what? Oh my God, baby, can we ride or die? Pop the Remy at the bar and let the Cuban shine. Cause when it comes down to it, so we done it right. And party like it's 1999.
I'll be that uptown nigga, thug dash nigga. Find me at the bar, tricking bankroll. When it comes to this player, please we deliver. Nothing but the Remy headed straight for your liver. Me and my niggas popping that imported liquor, burning up, it's just making your whole frame quiver. So how you figure that your clique get illa? Running with nothing but dog down truck dealers while you flossing your whip with them chicken head chicks. Frontin' like you rich, I'm running all in your bitch. Smoking up the trees, sipping your Hennessy, having your wifey saying how she digging me. I keep the 9 bleed and I rap GC, so you and your faculty know you can't see me. Even realer than most of y'all. First of all, y'all could get the testicles. That's the ball. My dog cats, can we ride or die? Pop the Remy at the bar and let the Cuban shine. When it comes down to it, somebody does it right. Party like it's 1999.
To all my dog cats, can we ride or die? Pop the Remy at the bar and let the Cuban shine. Cause when it comes down to it, somebody does it right. And party like it's 1999. Last in the draft, now we mastered the craft. On half of my staff, y'all niggas make me laugh. On the corner spitting trash while we out getting cash. New year, feel a raft, leave you split with the the underground running rap. Real skills coming back, real heads loving that. Jail time, no fun in that. You my son in rap, who want lyrical combat? We can take it to the stage and beyond that. Yeah, you know my name, yo. Electrocute niggas like Ramo. Chase his name, yo. Electrocute niggas like Ramo. Chase his name, yo. Electrocute niggas like Ramo. Chase his spit on train tracks. I aim gats. Games and broad straps, bizarre raps. Strip balls, the guard raps ill. Get your cat pill, max the mill. Slap your grill, that's for real. Slash and kill. I'll give a nigga something to feel, son. For real, done from the million. Never reveal gun. Packing the mag in the back of the act like Big Pun.
All my dog cats, can we ride or die? Pop the Remy at the bar and let the Cuban shine. When it comes down to it, somebody does it right. And party like it's 1999.
To all my dog cats, can we ride or die? Pop the Remy at the bar and let the Cuban shine. Cause when it comes down to it, we does it right. And party like it's 1999. All my life, nice. Listen, watch the ice glisten when I'm dice kissing. Nothing but trips and sips. Push pay the bush way. All day, every day. Represent BK with verbal gunplay. Stay fresh. I get up on your back like an A-Frex. And slit your neck, sipping the back, showing your jugular. Flows puzzle your hoes, loving the rap guy. Clap 5 and then you ride and then I slide.
Cause if it's on, then it's on. I'm a thug for life. And you never get my dick from up inside your wife. All the rules while you frontin', it ain't hard to tell. Let a chicken be a chicken player, what's the deal? Rather flex and plush sweets at the Marriott. Puff and roll with my players till I fall and drop. Breaking bread with the dwellers, getting wet on fire. Bag shot and every chicken blazing from behind. All my dog cats, can we ride or die? Pop the Remy at the bar and let the Cuban shine. When it comes down to it, somebody does it right. And party like it's 1999.
To all my dog cats, can we ride or die? Pop the Remy at the bar and let the Cuban shine. Cause when it comes down to it, somebody does it right. And party like it's 1999.
Live from Canada, DJ Dialog is the sound of the underground.
Sight of a silhouette, most are frightened, yet I sat and lit a cigarette. Lost in excitement, she breathed life into my cold strife. Plus got fight like 300 without a bow strike. Like lightning, could melt iron, Mike Tyson. So fly, she rules sky without a pilot license. No man in orbit safe, not even Vikings in the Nordic state. She like light, sun in the morning makes. Not sun of morning, more like daughter of dawn. The queen of the summer, none hotter has spawn. She killing the game when I'm feeling the flame. It kills stress, so the villain remains.
Fire in her eyes. Fire in her eyes. Fire in her eyes. Fire in her eyes.
She's always had it. Blue play magic inside her basket. The ability to move through pain like you move through traffic. Born like a brick house, tough and hard to interpret. Kept their feelings undetected, reflective on the surface. Earth a kid with the spit, she could get anything with the wit. She gamed up, she came off the cast that want to fuck on the back. Ate like a parfait, no barcode, she off the grid. Warped into the streets, morphing enemies into puzzle pieces, put them in their place. In a space filled with pills dissolving in the Hennessy. Lake of sadness, a woman's madness on the brink of a breakdown. She finds surrender, and though that may sound like giving in, she found her way back to self. And from the days that she pimped those hoes across the racetrack, she found her peace and knowing that she's decent in the eyes of God, and she can teach that. I'll reach back to the young girls on that avenue with the same flame tattooed on their cornea.
Fire in her eyes. Fire in her eyes. Fire in her eyes. Fire in her eyes.
It's burning, I felt it. It's burning, I felt it. It's burning, I felt it. Inferno, melted, speechless, moments, vibrations, opponents. She's so hot and steaming. All words are unheard. I sure got the meaning. No wonder, just thunder. Much like sun rays at noontime, or alcohol content and moonshine. Scorching the area of focus. Make pictures of your entire fortress. With one look, it's over. Game done, a soldier. Passion, desire, inside her. The fire.
I miss the days of being in love with someone so hard you could no longer feel the ground beneath your feet. I only felt this way at junior high when I was sprung on someone so young without even touching tongues or brushing up against her in the hallway, passing quickly. Too shy, so I write a letter, and you know that I was better at writing than talking, whether hiding or in plain sight. You might say I'm still that way. Look at me now, writing a song about you, love, and I don't even know your name yet. Just a vague impression of what I want you to feel like. I will not settle for rock and pebble. I'm searching for precious metal, luscious flower petals brushed in monogram tea kettle. Hot love killing off the meat.
For me to think about that thing, love. How am I supposed to know your intentions are true between us? It's hard for me to focus if you ain't noticed before this. I've been so scarred. So you notice. My knees weak and now you won't see me again. I'll leave and shit. Keep it a love that deep, I really don't believe it. I used to want romance, to slow dance. I used to put my heart in the hands of a man. I tried to make him treat me like I seen in the movies, but expectations only led disappointment to me. But you be treating me like a queen. That's why I can push away low self-esteem. And I won't feel the royalty. This what I deserve, boy, you spoil me. But forever's essence, evanescence. Change is constant, stability is deception. I'm trying to open up my mind, but the legalism in me won't let me. My heart is empty.
Junior high love. We got that junior high love.
Got it.
We got that junior high love.
We got it.
We got that junior high love.
If you just hold on, dusk turns dawn, lust turns to love, heartbreak is gone. Time heals all wounds. One day you hate love, next day you make love. Renegades and married on the front lawn. As we grow, we start to attract the right one. Give your spirit a chance to advance before you lock hands with a cancerous man, a woman, and a bright sun. One can see all flaws when flaws are accepted and love is unconditional. Then slow down, stop the fight. You might have pulled the trigger on the right gun. I kill for love, I kill for my wife and my unborn son. It's that junior high.
Junior high love. We got that junior high love. We got that junior high love. We got that junior high
Yeah, Hip-Hop 101. Continuing with the shouts. Mina wanted to send mad love to Caesar. Tina wanted to send love to Carter B. Val wanted to give shouts to Robert, Yashara, Shelby, Jamie, Dakota, Madison, Keybone, Day. Everyone held down the Remand Center. Michelle, Doughboy, Kilo Key, Chance, Little G, Heavy D, Brizzy, Lux, and Black Betty, man. Tanita wanted to send shouts to Lisa. Destiny wanted to send a big Merry Christmas and shouts to Savage, Chowie, Mike James, Danny, and the rest of the guys, Block 4. 16 Lady wanted to send shouts to Kaylee, Vicky, Janelle, Kyra, Kelly and JoJo. Samantha wanted to send mad love to Kelly. Mona Lisa reached out, sending love to her man, Americo. Adrian sent shouts, man, to Edgar, man. We're going to continue with the music, Hip Hop 101. UMFM 101.5. Hold it down for y'all. Yeah.
Mother never did accept my habits, called all my life a shame. Mother never did accept my habits, called all my life a shame. All my life a shame. Mother never did accept my habits, called all my life a shame.
my habits, called all my life a shame. Mother never did accept my habits, called all my life a shame.
As I palm trees, high as the son of a beach. Right here, quite near to perfecting my speech. But my sleeping habits on average keep me missing my sheets. Yeah, in the studio, blazing the beats. Or clubbing with fly birds, rubbing, squeezing they tweets. Flaked on my intervention, I was missing for weeks. On the international binge with the friends that I keep. Then come home and roam around in my PJs for 3 days, eating sour cream and cheese lays. Relapse, itch, hit. I'm scratching like DJs. Tracks in my veins, so I'm fiending for replays. You say free bass, I'll be right there. I like mine with a nice cut and light stare. Get it to me rapido and I might share. Rapping makes me happy, so why stop, why care? I'm up every morning with my mind on the fix. Fire up the mirror, let it slide in my mix. Takes me from the craziness, I hide in this bliss. Ride or die, protect my pride, the lioness. And I ain't talking about Jane, I'm playing Rick James. I'm talking bass head, nigga, let the shit bang. Moving keys, look ahead, watch us flip game. Ever since a minor, the accord has been this strange. I'm in the dark with the black notes. I take humanity and capture it in rap quotes. From the cellars and the alleys with the crack smoke. Through the middle, to the top with a fat floats. Let's roll, nigga.
But you've got to know, hey, I haven't. Mother never did accept my habits, called all my life a shame. Trying hard to kill the crazy voice inside of me. All these little things that the ego brings. Deal with what is real instead of feel the subtle scene. All these little things that the ego brings.
Edging God out, just an acronym for the evil I face all day. Always an amazing case, but you can't faze me when I'm on my game. The ego, my nemesis, my chemistry, unequal. Find balance through my people. I talk it out, not so lethal when I let it out. My steeple, the open manner in which I discuss private matters. I'm seeking guidance. Any shape, any size, any age don't mean nothing. What you providing to me, wisdom, serenity's what I seek. That is my diamond. This mountain I'm on, called ego gets broken down. Finally, the dust particles, articles, and the silver lining keep coming together like liquid from the Terminator, igniting obsession, compulsion, emotion driven by ego denial. The fact that I'm a child of the universe and I'm wild, and I deserve to smile every once in a while. Not constantly think about my poor body imagery, then overcompensate by telling myself I'm finer than everyone else in the room. Wow, I'm either in the clouds or on the ground. Got to find a balance in between the two and bow to the sensei who I bow to. Never lose sight of, never to fight against, just to be proud of me and my style.
Trying hard to kill the crazy voice inside of me. All these little things that the ego brings. Deal with what is real instead of feel the subtle sting. All these little things that the ego brings.
Ego killer. Wandering the landscape with a bow and arrow aiming at your villa. He's a ego killer. Killing myself on a daily basis just to be reborn to find my true face. Ego killer. Always in conflict with that part of the brain. Man, if I'm the only one, then bitch, I must be insane. Mirror, mirror on the wall, why do I pick apart my soul? Find the flaws to find myself while those the shit is getting old. Wrinkles getting deeper underneath my eyes. I like sleepers stuck between a pair of thighs. God's a woman giving birth to sacrifice. My ego must pay the price to live in paradise. Ego killer. Wandering the landscape with a bow and arrow aiming at your villa. He's a ego killer. Just to be reborn to find my true face. Ego killer. Gotta find that peace of mind, that thing that breaks the friendships over vanity. Ego killer. Wondering the game with a bow and arrow aiming at your villa. He's a
trying hard to kill the crazy voice inside of me. All these little things that the ego brings. Deal with what is real instead of feel the subtle sting. All these little things the ego brings.
sir. Which one did you touch? The left one? Is this thinking? Get it, Grouse. Yeah.
I'm a spirit first, a man on earth, a father and a cold-ass poet, a taco eater, young soccer ball kicker, lover not a fighter and you know this.
I'm a LA Dodger, a new age father, raising my sons to respect your daughters. Carter born, but my boys are hyphenated, trying to find equality while living in the matrix.
I'm compassionate, a friendly neighbor, a humble student and an Oakland Raider. I'm a manifester, future seer, a barefoot walker and a fair leader.
I'm an oracle, I was born to flow. Pen pro, but my handwriting's horrible. I'm a Hyro fan, Dale changed my life, and I try to do the same with everything I write.
I'm a quiet lion, I'm a bright mind. I'm an anti-racist and a nice find. I'm a truth seeker and a truth speaker. I'm open-hearted, but I go retarded.
I'm a hard-ass worker, I'm super smart. I think real deep, I speak from my heart. I'm part of a crew, I'm solo too, and I'm forever putting love into all that I do.
I'm humorous, I'm multidimensional, I make mistakes. I'm hypersexual, a self-healer, a simple realist. I'm introspective, I'm in my feelings.
I'm a super husband, I'm super thuggin'. I'm from the old school, but I spit like a youngin'. I masturbate, I procrastinate. I'm a God-loving man and the master of my fate.
Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are.
Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are.
Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are. Remember who the hell you are.
Moving with the shouts. Big up D-Murder, reached out, want to send mad love to Big Lane, Teddy, General, Khaki, Pigeon, Travis, Purple, Jumbo, Minty, SOS, Rhythm, Levy, Glizzy, Cholo, Lil D, Josh, Pablo, C. Millie, Christine, Mallory, and to Hiphop 101. John Daly reached out, wanted to send shouts to Virgil, Mike, Chucky, Tyler, shouts to the Militant family, shoutouts to John as well, man, big up. Ali reached out, wanted to send shouts to Kayla, Z-Murda, Bear, Aaron, Abagosis, what up, homie? Kels, Dylan, Fredo, Grim, Stocks, Mark, Famgoon, Ringo, and Dorito. Kayla wants to send shouts to Allie up in Headingley, Grim and Milner. And much love to Stocks out there. Harriet wants to send love to Mikey. Madison sending shouts to Kimbo. Kimberly sending shouts to Letty and the boys in Block 7. Mike Cook sending shouts to Virgil, Tyler, Chucky, TJ, Mark, DJ Kimbo, Junior, Lacey, Chris, and the whole Milton family as well. MK sending shouts to Mikey and Headingley, and all the Milton family as well. Billy Jean sending shouts to Matthew, And Coda Bro, sending shouts to Mikey and Headley and the Militant family as well, man. Y'all holding it down out there. We're going to continue Hip Hop 101. Another 30 minutes. Much love, y'all.
Earth to crime. Commit crime. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. Was out in Sweden eating ostrich. Came home to a new drop that's topless. Sheets say the sriracha, the briefcase couldn't lock it. The topic, bigger business, hustle with no intermission. No forward thinking, I know this cat struggling, lots of reminiscing. You on some same old, that's why your payroll panko. But me, my tape so fuego, they knock them in every state. So fellatio in the Range Rover with a band sturdy. Man curse me, shit get dirty. He leaning like it's 10:30. Sent birdies to the spiggity when I was raising Cain. Now I rockin' every nation and I did it without a paper plane. Major independent moves, dependent blue, don't mention dudes. They doing feature specials on their socials when the rent is due. Really no comparing us, they pairing up, hilarious. My chain make a bitch dizzy like Diddy with the fairy dust. Should've caught malaria, how long I played the jungle. Found fuel in my struggle, guess it's how the cookie crumble. Wow. I could relax, still put in work like I don't know no better. No. 100K sit on my shirt like I don't know no better. No. Come around your way with hella merch like I don't know no better. No. I might just tax you on the verse cause I don't know no better. No. I could relax, still put in work like I don't know no better. No. 100K sit on my shirt like I don't know no better. No. Come around your way with hella merch like I don't know no better. No. I might just tax you on the verse cause I don't know no better. Wow. Was out in Spain eating gambas, flexing on Ramblas. Macking bitches up in Pasha, they sweating my posture. Wow. Pecorino on the pasta, we twisting your noodle. Hit the judo like I need the whole kit and caboodle. You living frugal, I'm on the track off the Metamucil. We can't relate, nah, shit on my plate you ain't used to. Run through the commas, got nothing in common, why salute you? You whipping Honda, I'm with Jane Fonda in Honolulu. Halle Berry's in Kansas City who got plans to lick me. Had division in a dirty kitchen when the grams was 50. Your man's is iffy, that's why I never be close to guys. Mimosas with a bitch at a social club, how I socialize. Then she spit game at the other bitch and they both was mine. Hello. Something about keeping an open mind if she's so inclined. Hello. Meanwhile, y'all ain't said shit with your mouth open wide. You talking about you outside, for real, you should just stay inside. I could relax, still put in work like I don't know no better. No. 100K sit on my shirt like I don't know no better. No. Come around your way with hella merch like I don't know no better. No. I might just tax you on the verse cause I don't know no better. No. I could relax, still put in work like I don't know no better. 100K sit on my shirt like I don't know no better. No. Come around your way with hella merch like I don't know no better. No. I might just tax you on the verse cause I don't know no better. El maldito asqueroso. Papá. Wow. Wow. I told you all I need is an iced coffee. Pack a mouse. You know what I'm saying? We turn the grill on.
I'm gonna let you know for real, this is C-Ray's Walls, and really and truly, you're listening to Dialog, live on Hip Hop 101, on CJUM 101.5 FM in Winnipeg, Canada. Yeah, get it right.
Keep moving on. asking me to ever give my lady up. Was about 5 years old, taking my first puff. It was love at first light, fell in love the first night. My uncle told me don't rush, this could be your first crush. Now I'm on the block with all the homies and it's a family affair. 17 with a dream, blowing smoke in the air. Serving fiends, my routine is where I was that year. Avoiding them fucking pandas in my rearview mirror. County blues, wanna lose shit, I'm with all of my peers. Looking back, I wouldn't change shit, but what a career. I used to flip bags with her, skip class with her. Yeah. She comfortable as fuck when I'm trying to smash with her. She got a lot of fans and they always harassing us. Ashes to ash to dust, feel like I'm Lazarus. I can't get past the rush, never pass her up. Who took this bitch worldwide? Nigga, we gassing up. Now it's the
last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain.
Even before the fame, she was my Novocaine. You know it ain't gon' change, cause now
I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again.
And yet the truth remains that it just ain't the same without my lowest lane by my side.
I've seen some things in my life. It feels like I'm raging inside. This time I'm changing my mind. I'm saying goodbye to the dangerous side. Sometimes you gotta roll with it. Fighting fire is a damn cold business. Somehow she came in my life between the white lines and made it alright. And everything she ever told me, knew it from the get-go. Yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. And if I gotta grab a can of gasoline, strike a match, I'ma burn that bridge. It's so fair what she did to me. The way she sparked this epiphany. I tried to walk away, but I'm stumbling. Whole world crumbling. Some things never change. And that was my
last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain.
Even before the fame, she was my Novocaine. You know it ain't gon' change, cause now I feel summer creeping in. Tired of this town again. And yet the truth remains that it just ain't the same without my lowest lane by my side.
Oh yeah, it's OG Surly V. Angry Rabbit 90 Records represent. You got to lock to the only place for that raw, uncut hip-hop. Hip-hop 101 with my main man, Dirty Down South Dialog. Yo, fuck him up, D.
Come on. Come on. Hey, let me in. Please put your hands up in the air. Stretch them shits high. Touch the ceiling. Now, please unleash me. I'm trying to go get them. So please unleash me. I'm trying to go get them. So please unleash me. I'm trying to go get them. So please unleash me. I'm trying to go get them. My poison kills slow when I'm spitting the most venom. I'm boisterous, bitch. You see, now I'm gonna kill them. Unfortunate for you and your clowns and those with them. It's already been sanctioned on how I'm gonna hit them and how I'm gonna whip them. They thrown the motherfucker, bust his head until it's swelling. The crown just won't fit them. And treat niggas like I kill cows to go skin them. Another dead horse, send a bride to go and kick them. No matter who you with, you be dying alone, nigga. Send another bitch with a knife to go and slick them. This family gon' miss them. Send the same bitch to the wake just to lean in the casket and go and kiss them. And bunch y'all up like fruits in a basket in the interim. This be the type of shit you should bang in a mean system. Painful, ain't it? So painful, ain't it? That sound of a nigga squealing like a wounded dog after catching a hot one. Please unleash me, I'm trying to go get them. So please unleash me, I'm trying to go get them. And if ain't nothing broke, why you trying to go fix them? And drop another classic, stop trying to remix them. And when I cause eternal bleeding, I'm starting to see symptoms. This bus rhymes and ruler like living in three kingdoms. Remove
up in the mountains, yeah, we shift them. Until you feel pain like we pulling out three wisdoms. Shorten their breath until we making them cough. And then we're pissing them off like evictions. We got you niggas sitting up under a tree wishing that I continue giving you drugs like prescriptions. And I hope you're aware of restrictions. Got a fortune teller next to the best with predictions. And now I got niggas needing them physicians. But to talk about me trust ain't no need for descriptions. Enough said. I said enough said. You know when your shit so hot it's smoking till niggas wanna call you Smoking Joe Frazier. Please unleash me, I'm trying to go get him. So please unleash me, I'm trying to go get him. Hey yo, I said hey yo, Chicago, these are the Rap NAACP Awards. Give us our fucking trophy. We taking everything. Throw niggas in comas and make vegetables. Training. Throw niggas in comas and make vegetables. Training. Throw niggas in comas and make vegetables. Training day. I get you dusted like no respect for you.
Plus, I got more Glocks than text than you.
I make it hot.
Even your mama won't stand next to you.
Hey yo, who the fuck is this? Hitting me at 5:46 in the morning. Pulling on my hive, I let the killer bees swarming. The way I play the corner similar to Josh Norman. I can work it dormant. I can make a movie, 2 killers in the sofa, ear to ear, $150's how you smile like the Joker. From the lynches and submissions, the llamas and the henchmen. Put these niggas on spin, cause the machine had to rinse them.
Wu-Tang is for the children, Thanksgiving is for the pilgrims. My thumb's for counting ones, but this middle is for your feelings. What the blood clot of illin', pop stars, not civilians. Sick of y'all, not to mention the shots of moxicillin. Mink and ghost face, kill them all over faces. Written, tell a bold-faced liar about face and drill them like they Dean can't get them. I hit them with gutter flow to keep them on their toes just for kicks like what are those?
And I'ma tell you this, me and Johnny Blaze skin you niggas like fish. It comes to murder, I insist. Operating tables quietly, they try to stitch. This about a bitch, it's about a bitch. They cut the mollies out of tits. 2-tone tassels, red wallies with the grip. 60 minutes told the press, we like the Saudis of this shit. And I was dead wrong, I fucked the body off this chick. Left her bones on the bed, her head was wobbly as a bitch.
I tell a lottie-dottie like I'm Rick. We jamming in the party, Bob Marley with the split, Black Bugatti with the shift. Look at Johnny, I'm blazing, got an army, not a and laundry. Sometimes they say Armani, cause I'm rich. Tsunami, I'm scheming like a Saudi with a brick. Rappers envy, but claim it was a Ponzi when they slip. I get the thumbs up like Fonzie, cause I'm lit. New York Islanders, we fitna hit somebody with the stick.
Throw niggas in comas and make vegetables.
Training day.
I get you dusted like no respect for you.
Plus, I got more Glocks and text than you.
I make it hot.
Even your mama won't stand next to you.
Hey yo, you feel me? There's more and more niggas trying to kill me. Jury too heavy, diamonds too milky. The way I shoot the gift, it's like my saliva's too silky. My mouth caught a body on camera, my tongue guilty.
My mouth talk dirty with grandma, my tongue filthy. My arms come with armor, my baby mama's a milfy. And drama is the karma I get for something that killed me. And still might, still on a rapper because I'm still me.
Yeah, Hip-Hop 101. Man, some craziness, some terminology. You're gonna get into it in a minute, man. If y'all wanna hit me with shouts, man, definitely make sure to hit me up before Wednesday, 12 noon. And keep it positive, fam. Last year wants to send shouts to all the guys in Dorm 3, Dorm 4, Dorito, Ringo, Ali, ODs. Kyla wants to send shouts to all the girls holding it down in Charlie, Shantea, Gina, Nelly, Erica, Sarah, Dakota, Lori, Amy, Jojo, Christine, Andrea, and Sheila. And she wants to say happy holidays to Tier 1 out there. Much love to all ladies locked in, man. D want to send a special shout out to Travis, aka T-Bag, holding it down Headingley. Dana want to send shouts to Dara, Lisa, Vanessa, Black Betty, Christina, Day Day. Jessica and Richard want to send shouts to Rich and Dana. Jennifer want to send love to Sky, my guy in Headingley. Robin reached out, want to send shout outs to Odie Oates. And Tyson, Pat reached out, want to send shouts, man, and had some requests for next week. And the week after, like I said, I'm going to be broadcasting on Christmas night, man. And I might as well let y'all know. It'll be 2 hours of Lil Durk for y'all, man, that have been requesting the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, man. So we're going to do a proper for y'all. I'll have a nice mix set up. Before we get back into music, man, I wanted to send big shouts to Tammy and Crooklyn out there. Holding down Brandon, man. Hiphop 101, UMFM 101.5. 15 more minutes to go, fam. Let's do this. Yeah!
I got my mind right, but shit again left. I'm taking big steps, y'all taking kid steps. Your bitch see me and she get wet. My shit is big time, I spit a rhyme. I need a big check to say my name, I break your fucking jaw. That's a chin jack. Not sorry, I don't need help. Don't need nobody, no co-sign. It's just a kitchen with a stove, probably killing shit. So confident, I've been so cocky. Niggas won't stop me, been the best like the old rocks. I'm triumphant, got work, need to buy something. Pushing my button, stupid nigga must be high. Something play with me, got the right one. Nigga slide for nothing, first class. Tell you want a trip, about to die. Hand on a stack of Bibles, I don't lie for nothing. Niggas food, I'm in the bushes with the lions hunting, playing foul. Neighborhood hot, feel a fire touching in the kitchen, baking up a cake, coming by a muffin. My heart is too heavy, I can use a hug. The numbers up and down, I can use a plug. Is you with them or is you with us? I turned myself into a boss and now I'm moving up. My heart is too heavy, I can use a hug. The numbers up and down, I can use a plug. Is you with them or is you with us? I turned myself into a boss and now I'm moving up. I'm acting out, cocaine and perks had me blacking out. I've been living shit these niggas rap about. Stay inside your lane, know we crashing out. Build my own lane, now I'm cashing out. I'm in too deep, it ain't no backing out. Heavy pressure money on my mind, it's like a drug for me. My little bitch is grinding, selling pussy out the double. Don't fuck with me. If I die tonight, you know what's up for me. They're shedding blood for me. Think twice before you touching me. Bring the coroner, bunch your body, how you crawling up. Niggas balling up, we getting money, they can't bucket us. Niggas throwing subs, hiding hands, but they be calling us. Bloody mess, fuck a horoscope, talking horror stuff, it's horrible. Yeah, I'm honorable, but I will bomb on you. Talking science, I put a bullet in your molecule. Bury you, put you in a place where they can honor you. My niggas honor you, the Grim Reaper put his arm on you. My heart is too heavy, I can use a hug. The numbers up and down, I can use a plug. Is you with them or is you with us? I turned myself into a boss and now I'm moving up. My heart is too heavy, I can use a hug. The numbers up and down, I can use a plug. Is you with them or is you with us? I turned myself into a boss and now I'm moving up. Hey yo, I dim the lights and let my mind drift. Pull me a shot and fire up a spliff. I take a pull and blow a smoke cloud. The studio is quiet, but the dope loud. Mahogany wood on the console, put a coaster under the glass. When Cuba keep my drink cold. I decipher reality from illusion. When my pen moving, we got a problem, Houston. My wife said that I'm too humble. Fuck that. Rumble, young man, rumble. Remember what's important when you're making moves. Honesty, integrity, and family too. The rolling white gold and the face is blue. We all who we are, so who the fuck is you? See, I'm the original brand of business. Y'all some watered down copyright infringements. My brother Minnesota sent us over pain, coughing up a lung off that new pack of Zooty Bang. No dilutants and you can't believe it. My shit is pure and I guarantee it. We get that salary, people can't pay me hourly. If we collide, you got your pastor and doctor fees. We in it, cause we love it. Y'all just in it, cause you gotta be a sermon tech. We keep the furnace lit with that technology. We get that salary, people can't pay me hourly. If we collide, you got your will written out. I'm in this cause I love it. You just in it, trying to follow me. It's Termin Tech on crash the internet with that technology.
Who's that looking in my window? Blind. Put your soul in the clouds. The charismatic crime addict, work flipping, acrobatic, diabolical, diplomatic, chick magnet. She sat on my bed, it felt like an electric chair. Sent jolts through her whole body, you got her feeling naughty. I hop up, fill up my champagne glass, did a backflip, back on the bed, ready to splash. Now I'm at the Encore Casino with a bad thing. Sipping Chandon and Pinot, we on the block. Playing CeeLo Facinos, flipping Perico terminology. Galileo the Dawn, adios mio. What they say when they see you in the jewels is hella frio. Ladies wanna be as fellas, they wanna be them. This that futuristic pimp, get money music. Composition creator, cash counter, baby, it's all included. It's the money machine, menace and clean denim. Breathe venom to you slithery snakes, to hell I send them. Yeah, my shit is pure and I guarantee you owe me money, pussy, you can keep it.
We get that salary, people can't pay me hourly. If allowed, you got your pastor and doctor in it, cause we love it. Y'all just in it, cause you gotta be a sermon tech. We keep the furnace lit with that technology. We get that salary, people can't pay me hourly. If we collide, you got your will written out. I'm in this cause I love it. You just in it, trying to follow me. It's Termin Tech on crash the internet with that technology.
Just about to finish, man. D Banks want to send mad love to Elmo. Alyssa wants to send shouts to Drake Headingley. Hushachi sending shouts to Elmo and all the boys on Block 2, Carter, Beeson, Cals, Tony. And I want to send what up to you, bro. What's happening, man? Haley want to send shouts to Baby Bricks, Jordan, Caden, Pablo, Jinx, Carter, Easter, Tim, and Ozzy. Emila Lopez want to send mad love to Ethan, his bros Dre, Frito, Jacoby, Chad, Bando, Aaron, and Dylan. Taisha want to send shouts to William out there. And D sending love to all the homies holding it down. Tay, Robbie, Q, Chris, Day, Jerome, Cash, Roger, Frenchie, Trent, Sammy, Eddie, and Sanda. Before I dip out of here, man, I want to send much love to Quinn. So hooked up the panel, man, so we could broadcast on UMFM 101.5. And I hope that we're able to bring much more content like that for y'all, man, because that's the type of programming that needs to be on the airwaves. Special shout out as well to Adriana. And of course, man, I want to send a Merry, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all y'all, man. And for everybody that can't be celebrating on the outside, man, we thinking about y'all. And we sending positive energy. Stay up. And we'll be seeing y'all soon, man. Hip Hop 101. 5 more minutes before we dipping out of here. I think we got some YNW Melly for y'all. It's time, man. They let him go. Same with Yak, man. Yak Gotti found not guilty and they still holding him in, man. UMFM.com. Let your family know if they want to tune in all across the world, man. We here every Wednesday, 11 to 1. Shout outs to the Angry Rapper Records family. And of course, man, everybody here at UMFM 101.5. Peace. Before we did, man, I forgot we about to play some brand new Fat Joe. Check out the hour, man. And this week, on the weekend, man, I was able to check out Rolling Loud Miami, man. And I suggest y'all go on YouTube and check that out. Tons of live sets, man. Alright, we out.
When old pimps was outside with young hookers, I sprayed the block, nobody seen shit. Dapper Dan down, the whole team drip. Rose up from the dungeons, no one gave me nothing. Was cold, my stomach rumbling, so I started hustling. Wide body McLaren, pull up the Willie Burger. Fat nigga stash box like full burner. Dope, smack, crack, pills. Fingers hurting up all night, we count bills. He pulled up in the wheelchair, thought I spared his life. Threw him in the car, now this is a fair fight. Amateur night, I had dope on my clothes. Had Sandman tweaking, put coke in his nose. Since 14, had the big chains on. 2024, now this world have changed on me. The world changed on me. Key to the city, got 6 rings on me. Trusted you niggas, that's big shame on me. Wouldn't change for the world, but the world changed on me. It's culinary, the colors and the coloring vary. Furs are customary, streets emissary. I seen Rico's the flake crews, scary felons. Who we supposed to look up to if Chapo tellin'? Look at these dudes you choose to idolize. Type niggas talk shit, then apologize. Yawn in the chinchilla, Puerto Rican gorilla. And you can meet a billion niggas, ain't nobody realer. Another day, another billion. Cash roll. Wu-Tang is for the children. You ugly niggas are stuck in your face. Going nowhere fast, just running in place. Meteorite dials, got like 50 watches. Nowadays I cop shit just to cop it. Have fiends jumping like in a mosh pit. Rewind the time, Joey's a prophet. The world changed on me.
Key to the city, got 6 rings on me. Trusted you niggas, that's big shame on me. Wouldn't change for the world, but the world changed on me.
One time for the mayor. Rich playing the guard, Rich the barber. Cool and Dre, street runner. It's crack.
Damn, girl. You so fine, I had missed you. I thought I would never see you, dog. Shit, crazy. At times I thought a nigga wouldn't never see you. But now I'm back out here and I won't never leave. I was wildin' with my strap, I was toting Ninas. You know I pull up in the jet, I want you in a Beamer. Tell my mama you my one and only girl, I need you. Tell my baby you my lady, I just wanna please you. I be pulling on your hair when I be stroking deeper. I know you don't like that smell when I be smoking reefer. You my favorite alphabet, they just wanna be you. I remember popping checks, running up the meter. I can take you to a place you thought you'd never go. I can do some things for you you thought impossible. Man, sometimes I just be thinking I won't never make it. Cause I be going through a lot of situations. I'ma keep it real with you, girl, I'm infatuated. I'ma show you that I love you, I won't never fake it. I remember drinking lean, living like the Matrix. I always see you in my dream, I love to see you naked. Girl, you know I'm from the streets, yeah, I'm a project baby. Wondering would you stay with me if I don't ever make it. Girl, I miss you, I love you, and I can't wait to touch you. Girl, you know that I just wanna kiss you and hug you. Hold me down when I'm gone, I got in a little trouble. But one day I'll be home and together we gon' bubble. I'm forever your little hustler. You so bad I wanna see you fucking with no buster. To see your face again, it got me captivated. Keep it real with me, what you been doing lately? I need to jump right in that pussy, I feel like a virgin. After you drop that neck, I'm gonna drop some verses. I ain't seen you in so long, it got me feeling nervous. I'm sorry for leaving, you ain't do that shit on purpose. Girl, I miss you, I love you, and I can't wait to touch you. Girl, you know that I just wanna kiss you and hug you. Hold me down when I'm gone, I got in a little trouble, but one day I'll be home and together